Okay, welcome to my Battle for Bajookieland tier list video. As you can see, some cards are already in tiers. We're not going to explain it. That's where they should be. We have Condre with me, the only two people who competitively play Bajookieland and its maker, so this tier list should be accurate. Is it? I hope it's like actually recording. I can't tell. Okay, there we go. It is good. Okay, so we were on Nuke. What the other board wipes is Carrot Juice. You use Console Zord as it's for creatures with health 7 or less, but that's a 9 cost. It's really this or Carrot Juice, which is both.
Yeah, it's really isn't there also an Ancient Evil?
Probably. Cthulhu is a targeted board wipe. So anyways, Lightning, S tier.
Yeah. I think we determined that through mode and just fucking around.
The ultimate equalizer for going second, because if they play a Sunflower, you just tell them no. Fire Blast.
Worse. It's just worse Lightning.
It's just worse It's just more expensive Lightning.
I mean, it's still good. I mean, it's still fine.
It's still fine. I mean, it's still fine. It's just expensive. No, I think honestly because it can't be played on turn.
I think it's honestly fine. It's just I would rather have Lightning.
Yeah, I think it's C tier. Like it's mid. It's not bad, and it's exactly where it should be. It's just because Lightning gets played on turn 1 to stop your opponent's turn 1 play. Lightning is significantly better. Stoning, we start actually having you're paying 3 mana for 4 damage.
I think that's actually pretty solid.
Yeah, I think that gets better. I think that goes up to B, because then you're actually beating the value. And then Divine Strike is 4 for 5.
I mean, it's a 4th, usually to your opponent's HP.
Yeah, 4th of your opponent's HP. So, same place or up?
I'd say it's same.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's also just...
Like,
you're not going to always be using it.
We get Cappy for choose an opponent's creature. For 1 combat, you control that creature instead.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know that was in the game.
So we have no clue.
Say something about its place in the meta.
Okay. Kelvin used this against me a fuck ton in old Battle for Bajookieland. First version. No, it's like 3rd version. In his congratulations control decks. It's pretty good. I think it's B tier.
In my eyes, it's also looking at the effect. It's just worse Ditto.
Oh yeah, because I suppose you're playing Ditto to get a copy of it. And
because
okay, but think about your opponent Mega Mushrooms, and in response you play this to instead no, because you can't swing back. You don't swing at the same time. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
I think it's just C.
You could use it to block.
You can use it to block. Yes, you can.
I guess it's C. It does exactly C is adequate.
C is it does what it is supposed to do. Vanilla Ice. This card will get nerfed in the next update, but it's F tier, or it'll get buffed in the next update, but it's F tier.
Yeah, that's not great.
Counterspell, 2 mana.
It's solid. I mean, it's in my opinion, this is this and Nerd Emoji are almost equal.
I always think Nerd Emoji is better because Nerd Emoji you can play it for 1 mana, and I feel like
that's true. You do get that, but it's only
I think whatever tier this goes in, Nerd Emoji goes a tier higher. I think it's C tier though. I think it's
it's C.
It does its job as a counter spell, no drawback. Racial slur. I'm gonna have to censor this on screen because that's not allowed for YouTube.
Cannot use its tapped abilities. You'd think it would be used more given how many people use
Shadow Wizards and
Sylveon, Shadow Wizards,
Sunflower. I mean, if it could be played at instant speed, it would be an alternative to Lightning to turn your opponent's Sunflower into not useful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
it could be really good. I think that's actually
B tier. A.
Yeah.
B. Gang Warfare.
I've never seen this card be used.
Me neither. If heads, it temporarily gains 2 strength. If tails, it loses 1 strength. So basically, you're playing a 1.
This is part of the gambling deck.
you play a 1-cost enchantment to either 50% chance your creature is worse or 50% chance it's like they were charging key. I don't know. I think it's D tier. I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the chance for nothing to have
like,
a horrible outcome.
For 1 more mana for it to be consistent. Maybe if it was like it's not that it gets worse, it's just that it does nothing.
Maybe it would be kind of cool if like you just choose an opponent's creature and then one of your creatures.
Wait, as in
like to get both effects. So
wait, when you play
like
a chat or attachment, you play it for one of your creatures and one of your opponent's
one of your creatures gets +2, -2. The opponent's creature gets, I guess, like -2, +2. I don't know. Wait, that would just do nothing. Wait, that would actually do nothing if they fought. Never mind.
But it can. Well, I think we need to. We'll put it on this part, as in I want to talk about balancing gang warfare. Because I think it needs something to happen to it. Well, actually, we can just talk about all of D tier at some point and like what we would do to buff it.
Pretty much anything below D tier needs to be
buffed. Which
the buffed, yeah.
Fukushima, Fukumna, 3 Bing Shilling. Is a creature may discard in it.
That's fine. It does what it wants.
C tier, it does what it's supposed to do. You remove all of your attachments from your opponent's creature. Explosion, 4-cost removal. I think same.
Yeah.
You remove.
Wait, why? Oh, it's 1 more than stoning. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Fuck you if you use this.
Fuck you if you use this. Also, I think it's.
And I know I did, and I know I've made one in the past, but
Kelvin, that's the only type of deck Kelvin played. Hexproof, Virginity Shield. Honestly, I always say it's a sleeper, but people are still sleeping on it, including me.
Gaining Hexproof, yeah, that's pretty solid for 3.
For 3, you just my important creature? No, because also Hexproof is anti board wipes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
UO. Kill all creatures that cost 2 mana or less. Oh, this is the other board wipe. I
forgot. Oh, this is the other board wipe.
You're paying 2 less mana for a targeted for.
This might actually, because a lot of people use chump blockers and tokens.
Yeah, like Springtrap dies to this, except Springtrap just gets revived. What? Sunflower dies to this. You can use this to wipe your opponent's sunflowers as well.
All tokens.
All tokens. It's just the anti-horde deck. I think, like.
Yeah.
My face when Uwo gets beat here.
I actually really like this card. It is slightly over. No, it's not overcosted.
Yeah, because think about what you can all do with that. Like.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we saw it with the Jester. That was funny.
That became that was pile mode. To be fair.
Okay.
Hello. They're doing a tier list.
We're doing a tier list video.
For I also think because it's 5 mana value, it should be in C. Yeah. I mean, it's good, but
honestly, Alex, this is peak content. You should get in here and watch this.
I think I should. Miles also went to sleep, by the way.
Oh, this is so hard to determine.
Is options F tier or S tier? I can't tell.
We've been trying to determine this in games
for so long. Because okay, on one hand, it's like turn 8 or whatever, and you play options for half your mana, and then you get an 8-cost out for free, and you still have 4 mana to use for whatever. But on the other hand, you use options to get out, but then it's also versatile because you use it on turn 4.
It's so dependent on what's coming up. I mean,
I think honestly, my opinion is A tier. I think it's actually A tier.
That high?
I think so. Because okay, let's think about a Hank deck. Oh no, I didn't draw Hank. I can pay 1 extra mana at the price of dittoing it.
Yeah, it gets your key cards out, but then I just think Mage of Violet. I could just tutor what my key cards are.
Yeah, but it's okay. To be fair, Mage of Violet is just better. I think it goes to B tier. Even though it's not, I think B tier. I'm willing to.
I mean, I pretty much exclusively play key cards that can be tutored with Mage.
If you're a builder, nerd emoji. I think.
I mean, it's just it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Better than no.
I feel like
it can.
Is it C tier?
Is it C? Because like I just feel like gift is just the better version, but like.
Okay, you can use it if
it has Horde mode use.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I feel like it's versatile enough that it could be C or B tier. Because think about it. Your opponent plays an attachment you don't like on one of your cards, you vent it in response, and it's back in your hand, and you have that attachment. One of your creatures is going to die to removal or like a board wipe, and you turn it back into your hand. I think it... C or B? Up to you.
It's hard to say. I don't think it's bad, but it's like very close to being it. I don't know. I just feel like I would just always take gift over it, you know?
Yeah. Hey Jaden, what did the original vent do?
Oh Jesus Christ. That's a good question. I don't entirely remember. All I know was it was terrible.
Yeah, because wasn't it like it removed a creature from combat?
Yeah, I think that's what it was, and it was like a 3 cost.
3 cost to remove.
Oh Jesus!
And like I also like somehow didn't do anything because of the way it was worded. I feel like AI core.
Okay, it's too much for me, but also if it was cheaper, it would be horrid. It would be meta. Like if it was 1 mana cheaper, it would be like way too much.
Wait, yeah, because what you play it? If it's a 4 cost, then suddenly you're in a burn deck.
Yeah, I
think it's C tier.
I think it should be at 5. Yeah, it's just C.
Does its job. Pipkin. I think Pipkin.
That's D. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can't be board wiped is not a special ability anymore. Unfortunately.
can be board wiped.
I mean, Kana's just a better option.
Well, no, like if you
and
want
other things, there's just so many other options
like
too.
Hitters that do high damage, low health. Swapbot, Creeper are just better.
Among Us Fiend, it can be good. I usually don't like cards that benefit your opponent in any way, but it is a good card.
Yeah, if we were playing co-op mode, this would be S tier. Is this a competitive tier list?
I'd say I don't know. I'm basically saying that.
Yeah, I agree. This is the.
I'm not doing based off of board mode. I think it's still like a B though.
Yeah, I think it's a B because like in a deck where you're not
actually that gets better because of the change to pipe bomb coming up.
Oh yeah, because then you can force your opponent to draw into pipe bomb to burn out.
So that actually.
Yeah, I think it goes B tier. Some point in time, I have to build a pipe bomb deck to.
Yeah.
Wendigo, C.
Yeah.
He does what he's supposed to.
I mean, it's just a. I don't know though. I mean, it's 4 cost.
4 cost for a 5/4. Like I never play him, but I don't like. I think about it, and like I don't think he's like bad or anything. But I'm too distracted that he doesn't have any text on his card.
I'm just like think of other things. Yeah.
Weird. He was like the first card to just not have any text on it.
Yeah, there's no other cards here that don't have text.
Huh.
And then Lego Rat.
It's fine.
Lego Rat, it's fine. It does what it does. It's a 2 cost, Death Touch. You kill opponents' big things. Robot Cow. It's a 2
I mean,
cost.
we did see that. What was Cheese do again? I'm sorry.
It gives all your creatures +0/+1 and summons a rat with haste for 2 mana.
I mean, it's just built for rats then.
It's built for rats. I feel like I don't know, C or D tier. I'm on the line with this one because
I think it just does what it does. C.
But I feel like there's so many better 2-drops. Like, oh, I want a spring
for rats too. Wait, for rats. I'm not super familiar with that actually.
Yeah.
But I feel like there are better rats that are the same cost. So
I think we put him D tier to be reviewed.
Yeah.
Trollface 3/3 haste. You just beat your opponent.
Yes, I mean Creeper's better. Creeper's just better. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean he sticks around. That's his benefit. You're paying.
I guess.
I think he does what he does.
Yeah, he does what he does. It's fine.
Blimp.
We have gone through 24 cards.
I remember the one game where Jaden played where Blimp Poison caused everyone to lose immediately because Poison was insane when it first came out.
Yeah, that was complete another mistake on my
flying
part.
also works differently.
What?
This can't be hit by anything, right? Unless it blocks.
Well, yeah, like.
Oh wait, duh.
It's flying, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's cheap. Cheap flying. If we ever see someone do the funny Crimson 1 build.
The Crimson 1. I mean, yeah, I think that's where it goes, is your 2-drop in the Crimson 1 build.
That's your 2-drop, yeah.
And which makes sense. He's a 1/2, so that makes him a pretty good blocker, as opposed to offensive play because you're stalling.
We're just going through a bunch of the fundamentals cards.
Walnut. Walnut had a lot of changes because wasn't he a 0/3 originally?
That costs 1. No, he was a 0/2 that cost 1. Then he became a 0/3 that cost 1. Then he became a 0 cost 0/2. So
Walnut had some history. I think. I don't know. Would you, as a 0 cost in your deck, would you rather have Sprout Roll or Walnut? I feel like
I'd rather have Sprout.
I think he goes to D tier, but I don't know what you do to improve him.
Yeah.
Because sure he blocks, but I'd rather have a blocker that survives more things because, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's on the fence.
It's just kind of. It's just doesn't work with current builds people are doing. T-Rex.
Walnut bowling build. When will it happen?
T-Rex is actually pretty solid. Double strike up for 3 is not bad, and it can take a lightning bolt.
Yeah, because you put a Mega Mushroom on there, and it's
that's a pretty solid card.
Actually, this card should go B tier. I feel like this card's getting slept on. Yeah. That with Mega Mushroom, and you do 12 damage to your opponent if they can't block. Noelle, she doesn't get used, but I feel like she's good.
It's just a fuck you card, basically. Yeah.
Just you are not going to draw, and I hate you. Because
when cards start going to 5 cost, I start being iffy.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the most BFB competitive, we tend to play really early game. I don't think we play cards that are more than 5 or 6 cost.
I don't know. I wouldn't maybe if I put it, I would only use it in a deck that was trying to make the opponent do absolutely nothing on their turn.
So Sandstorm Redacted.
Yeah.
the I beat my opponent game.
Yeah.
So C, B, I don't know.
I'd C.
C tier is going to be the biggest tier, which is good. Iron Golem, 3 cost, 3/4 defender.
I actually feel like that's a B tier. That's pretty solid.
Well, there isn't much with that. I want to quickly interject and ask a question. Have any of you read the rules? Ever?
No.
Defender blocks trample.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's been in there since day 1.
That's a B tier.
Yeah, that's a B tier. Okay, I didn't realize
that makes that even better. Trample. Holy shit, that's a huge counter to Mega Mushroom. Whoa. Wait.
Yeah, I mean, we just never knew about this.
It's been there since day 1.
Competitive,
never read.
I was thinking about it, and I'm like, Michael just doesn't play around this ever. Even when it came up in Horde mode a bunch with the spiders and stuff, I'm like, you'd think he'd use Iron Golem because he knows all the cards. Oh yeah, he just doesn't. He hasn't read the rules.
Yeah, sorry. Battle for Bajookieland players are illiterate, especially in the competitive
We've
scene.
never read the rules.
Yeah. That's funny.
Because we're like, oh, it's Magic, but like different.
Oh yeah, because like both of us have played Magic, though there are slight tweaks.
Yeah, like hexproof being board wipe proof as well.
Flying and shit.
Yeah. Okay. Was there any other creatures with Defender? This was the first one we saw.
No, he was the first.
We'll have to think about any time we see a new creature with Defender. Kana?
I think it's solid.
Solid. Like you're.
Yeah.
I
think
like
it's a B
tier.
There's a lot of funny things you can do with it.
Because you're paying 3 mana for a targeted like removal. I feel like you can use her to kill Sunflower's good though.
Yeah, and you can give her attachments and shit. B? Like, yeah, I think she's B tier.
She's an underused B tier. Warhammer.
That got the A tier, I think.
Does Warhammer Army go to A tier? I mean, I guess now that it's an XX, not X -2.
Yeah, now that's just
X -2. I would put it in D. But yeah. Now you can just I efficiently use my mana cap in the late game.
Yeah, like if I have nothing else and I just have a Warhammer Army in hand, I'm just gonna use that. Oh, this is another card that's just fuck you for playing the game.
Yeah. He is like the equivalent. He's kind of like Sunflower because he generates mana advantage for you, except it's by removing your opponent's mana advantage.
It's just he's a 3 cost though.
Yeah, I feel like he's I feel like I
want to put him in D because I feel like he should be changed.
Well,
I think he should be a 2 cost of just 1/1.
Yeah, because then he also dies to lightning still, and it's like a Sunflower that's a fuck you. Yeah. So then, is he D tier right now though?
I just put him like in the middle.
He's mid tier.
He's like a weird subcategory.
Creeper. I feel like Creeper's at least B.
Yeah, it's B.
B, because you play it, you hit your opponent, and if they don't have a board state, they cry. Sunflower, A.
That's S tier. What are you talking about? Like that's used in we use that in literally almost all of our decks.
I feel like Lightning brings it out of S tier to A tier. I think that like you play a deck with Lightning and without Sunflower, and you break your opponent, and then you just kind of don't care. We can leave it in S tier. We play it in every deck.
We play it in every deck. Literally everyone else plays it in every deck too. Like I only have one deck that it just won't work in. And even then, I ended up bringing it in.
You know, I feel like Pollution Cloud is a deck is a card that should come back.
That's slept on. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that one.
We'll get to that one.
Barbarian.
It's blocking with one other creature gains 1 health, 1 strength. So it's a 1 cost.
It's solid.
It's solid. It does what it's doing.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, also it can be Stardust Pillared. Oh, but that got nerfed.
Yeah. Well, okay, but still, Stardust Pillar is still good. I mean, it's not.
That's
it's balanced
true.
Good. I mean, because like, I feel like the Sylveon and Sunflower are like the things for 1-drops.
I agree. Yeah.
And then Among Us Bean, if you want card draw.
Depending on what you're doing, Among Us Bean.
I guess it stays here.
It's a C. It's a C.
Let's see.
It does what it's supposed to.
Shadow Wizard with A?
So I think it's an A. Yeah. There's not really a super bad drawback to taking it. I wouldn't put it in every deck, like Warhammer Army, but like it's still better than these B tiers. Like
it's still better than these B tiers. Like
it's better than all these cards.
He's a little situational, but in the decks he's situationed for, he is good.
The decks he's in tend to be just like, I'm going to fucking nuke you with
also,
like 10 spells. Like
he's anti-Ancient Evil because you just tap down your opponent's Ancient Evil and it dies. He is like a, what if you could cast Fire Blast every turn, but for 1 more mana and you're delaying it by 1.
Yeah, I think it's just an A tier.
He needs to get nerfed to accept it. Portal of Power.
And so this is another one I like
this
on
one
the
is
fence
like
about.
options to me.
Because like I feel like it can be really good.
Because on
but
one
also,
hand you draw into something good and then you play it, and that like, oh, I play.
It's just like options. It's just
like
options. Yeah.
Options, but it's a creature.
I guess it's a 1-drop.
Yeah. Plastic Muncher.
Plastic Muncher. I don't think. I mean, it's a pretty high blocker for 4.
Yeah, for 4.
Already makes its stats back.
Yeah. What, to get a 5 blocker, you'd be playing. I mean, I feel like for a good blocker, I would play Swapbot over this though, just because it's 3 cost instead of 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's C.
Yeah, it's D. Or C.
Do you think it's D?
I mean, I don't know. No, no, having hexproof on your opponent's turn is fine, or just whenever it does
but then you can't swing out on it, because you're either, in response...
You either have, like, a blocker...
Or you have a hitter. Or you, because you play him, and if you're board wiping, you can tap him to stop that. If your opponent's board wiping, you can tap him in response, but not if you attacked out with him. So I guess you leave him as a blocker, which is his job.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which, I mean, how often are you going to use its flip?
I don't think so. I think he's D tier.
So then,
I don't know how you fix him, but I don't
know. That one on the line, maybe. I don't know. It's like
I think he's an on the line again.
It's like an avoid, yeah.
Needs
to be some sort of change.
We need a D plus tier in this list. 1 sec. Let me go pull up a PNG of a D plus tier.
No.
no. I don't want to shift at all. Yeah. Fazbear.
Fazbear.
The other things outperform it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have most other 1-drops. Sure, it's a 2/2. He makes a good enough blocker.
I mean, 2 turns to untap.
There was a point in time where Freddy was just better than Walnut because Walnut was a 1 cost.
Well, yeah. I mean, he has trample.
Yeah. The tapping and freezing. He takes, because he taps and then he should have his text reworded so when he attacks, he gets a freeze token, because that's effectively what it is.
Yeah, that's effectively what it is. Though, don't some cards need freeze token? It's also just not thematic, which I don't know. It's kind of a D right now.
Failed RP.
Well, okay. I mean, it matters some bit, I think.
Well, obviously it does. That's the point. It's all reference based.
Yeah, exactly. It's all reference humor.
Do we sacrifice the theming to make him have more options? These are the real questions.
I think so.
Yeah. Charger,
maybe. I don't know.
Trample. He's 4 cost, pretty good stats. He has trample. I think he's C tier.
It's just solid. Yeah. I think C tier cards are like the cards you could include in whatever archetype you're trying to do.
Yeah, and they're balanced. They don't need anything.
Yeah.
Dart Monkey. He's okay. You play him, and then if you have spare mana, you make him bigger.
Yeah, I mean that's C. It's a C.
Classic C tier.
You can do it twice too, which is pretty nice, but
to have a 3/3.
I don't know how much. This card's actually pretty good.
Out of the first 50 cards, this was the only one with a higher than 5 cost, I think.
Yeah, it's worth its cost.
He has a massive brick wall that will kill anything that tries to.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how defensive you're playing it, I think that's a B tier.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he has the drawback of, since he's a 7 cost, usually whatever you're trying to get into, that you're playing defensively for, it
might be bigger, yeah.
Yeah. Or
just more powerful. But he kills a bunch of things, so it would be effective against a horde, but usually horde. Okay, I think this card with the addition of Astolfo gets better, but it's not amazing because there's a lot of things it's not helpful against.
So B tier.
I think it's B tier.
You can use it as
it's better than C.
Yeah.
Like.
So you can use it as sunflower removal. You can use it as Astolfo.
Yeah, it's just got a lot of. It's got good. It's sunflower. It can be a lightning bolt. It can also just make your creature stronger, make something weaker. Yeah. It's a solid card. I barely know how this card works.
I barely know. No, it can go in F tier. That's.
I don't think Schizophrenia is F tier though, because I feel like it's guaranteed to do something.
Okay. Guaranteed to
it's guaranteed to do something. What it does,
think it's F tier. Like I've never. Okay, because you have to build your deck around this, and if you do, your deck is. I think it's F tier. Because, like, what are you doing with this?
I don't know. I think it's funny. I think it's funny enough to put it in D tier.
If it's funny, it goes in A tier. Or it goes in S tier.
Oh, that's fair. I don't know. I mean, it's like...
It goes in S for Schizophrenia.
I love it as a card. It's just like... I don't think it's an S tier. I can't give it that respect.
I can't give it that. I think we statistically rank it on how it is bad, and we put in the caveat that we love this card for who it is.
Yeah.
It's like
I think that's the best way to put it. Like, I love the card, but it is not good.
It's like a disabled person. Like, you understand its flaws. It can't help itself, but...
This is actually a really good card,
I'm not reading all that. I don't know.
I think that's
I didn't read it.
No, I think that's a B tier. Because, okay, it does get weaker because attachments now exist, but...
what does it actually say? I'm not reading all
but
that.
It just, like, gets rid of your text. Like, that could be really strong.
Yeah, because what? You make a creature not do its gimmick.
Yeah, and that can be deck breaking sometimes.
I mean, yeah, it's one less than removal or explosion as removal, and it doesn't suffer from hexproof.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid card. Bread.
I think bread's D. I would rather have charging key.
I think it needs to give more health.
Does it need to be 3 health?
I think so.
Because, like, yeah.
Just to make it worth the cost.
Because you're making something into I am a brick, and you're...
Yeah.
Charging key is better. Handgun.
First strike's a pretty good keyword, I think. But that is 4 mana.
I think it's D. I would only play this if I really needed to put first strikes on something.
Yeah, pretty much.
What should it be worth? 3 or 2 mana?
I think that should go down to 3, because a lot of the other ones that give a keyword are 3.
Yeah.
But first strike is a pretty good keyword, so maybe...
Yeah, especially on, like, you play this on a swap bot, and then suddenly the swap bot is it's like a
becomes a gender bent Astolfo.
I like how like the key termification. Like anytime a creature's stats are swapped, that means it's gender bent.
Goblin.
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 Enough said. I like Goblin. I like the gimmick.
I like the gimmick. He was the original.
Also, card draw. Shit, I didn't even realize he fucking did that.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of expensive card draw. I mean,
it is expensive card draw, but
because
3's not too bad. I mean,
yeah,
Pot of Greed is just better.
Instead of
Pot of Greed the creature.
Pot of Greed the creature, you trade one of the cards for a 1/1 that gets 2 health
for each attachment. I mean, people usually use attachments, so
I don't really.
You don't. I use a lot.
You use a lot, but that's because you like Astolfo.
Well, it's funny. Let's see.
I think he goes C. He can go C. Rat King.
Rat King.
Wasn't there a time? Rat King was a 2-cost once.
Yeah.
I thought he was a 2-cost.
No, and then that was broken because then you could get 2 1/1s and a 2/1.
Yeah, No, 3-cost suits it better. It's C tier.
C tier. He does what he's supposed to do. He makes rats. Obese rat. Obese rat can infinite. You need Orbital Fog, Obese Rat, and a and the Necromancer Balloon, and then he becomes but that's a 4-cost vote to get an infinite.
But that's one of the only infinites that's actually in the game.
Or you can
that
play 15 mana.
There's not that many. There's not that many infinites.
Let's see. I mean, to be fair, that's also all things that the deck that he would be in is doing anyways. Like, if he's in a...
I think it's a B tier.
I think it's a B tier.
Yeah.
Because he can do that. He's like your 2-drop in your token deck. You use him to eat balloons to get bigger, and then you Mega Mushroom him to kill people.
Michael Jackson. It can actually be in Michael Tribal, which is funny.
Michael Tribal doesn't exist anymore. They removed the Michael Tribal.
Did we?
Yeah.
It got dissolved.
It got dissolved. Because all the Michaels, they used to only buff Michaels, and now they buff all creatures, because apparently tribals are bad.
Except like tribals.
Unaffected by cards that cost
balloons
0
are the tribal. That's like their gimmick. Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's just better.
Gordon, yeah. Oh yeah, because he's as a 6-cost comparing to other 6 costs. He's a 5/5. What else could I get for 6 mana?
There's just a lot of other cards I would rather.
Stickmin for 5. I could get he's D tier.
Yeah, he's D.
Because his ability doesn't actually do that much. Because cards that cost 0 and 1 mana, he's immune to lightning. He is immune to he can't what is
yeah, it's just there's just so many other cards that I would rather use. Like
what actually, I mean, I guess they can't block him either.
I mean, he's a 5/5, but like
5/5 that can't be blocked with cards mana value 0 or 1. But I feel like if it was up to 2, then he can't be blocked by Springtrap. And like other 2-drops, because also you can't use Sunflowers to like. He's D tier. He needs to be buffed, but
yeah.
And then maybe he'll be good. Your mom. 5-cost 6/5. You get above the mana you're paying in value.
I mean, it's just good value, but like I just never would use it.
Yeah, I mean.
See.
It's
good. It just does exactly what it is. Like that's like one of the cards that's most exactly what it is.
It is your mother.
I think that's a B tier. It's just better than Ben.
Yeah, I mean.
I think it's better than Ben.
I like Vent better
because you can protect your stuff. You can protect your stuff and also open up the other opponent's board.
Yeah, because then they try and block and you stop them, and then I agree. I like Vent better because I'm more prone to playing ETB decks where it's like, oh, when Hank enters the battlefield.
I really like, I really like bounce. I really like Gift for how I play because aggressive and it's relatively cheap.
Like as opposed to Explosion for removal, which is 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's perfect with a Bola-chan.
It gets Honestly, you're so right. Why haven't you been using it with a Bola-chan?
That's what I do. I do that. I just don't. I don't run 4 copies.
Oh, I get you. Cheese. I think Cheese is D tier. Because
I mean,
it's only 1 health. Like.
Create a rat.
And you get a
for
rat
2
with haste. I don't know. What do you do to make it good?
I mean, it's really. I mean, it's for the Horde archetype, but.
Yeah, make your Horde.
I mean, the +1 for all the creatures is pretty good, but I don't know. I feel like that's a C tier, not D.
I don't know. I think it's D tier. I think even for the Horde archetype.
I think its second effect really helps.
With your Horde, you want to be doing more damage. You want your Horde to like swing out and hurt people bad. Not
maybe if it was 1 damage instead of health. I don't know.
But there's other cards that do that. I think if it was 2 health, because Chinese Firewall is 4 health for.
Oh yeah, no, Chinese Firewall kind of just.
Yeah.
That does make that a little obsolete.
Okay. Distraction.
I mean, it's funny.
Your ass.
Game developer said it's S tier. We have to put it there.
I don't. Okay.
No.
Fine.
The
hentai card.
One sec.
I mean, it's funny. I think this is one of the funnier cards, if that gives it points.
That gets it points. Because you steal a random card from your opponent, and you could perfectly mess up their combo, or you could get trash out of their hand.
But I don't see it used that much.
You're paying the same price as Pot of Greed for the same change in card advantage. You are losing they are one less card than you are by the time
the card could be like you said, it can be something key to them, so it could be. I think it's a B.
I think it's a B.
I will have it be known that that image on its own is the largest individual image I've ever downloaded to my computer in terms of file size.
Like how many gigabytes?
That's amazing.
It was, I think it was, what is it? It is a single gigabyte, but that is the largest image I've ever downloaded.
1 gigabyte of image.
That is a 1 gigabyte image. Oh my.
Yeah.
I think the rat at its largest. How big did we get the image of the Lego rat to be at its largest?
Jesus, I think it was like 2, maybe at most. It wasn't that big. It was
that big. I think it was only like. I think it was 1. It might have been 1.
But yeah, this image was completely and utterly massive for no reason, like super high quality.
What
has
what
used.
did the artist mean by this? Yeah, I feel like this card might be underused because if
this is like
Smite.
There's some funny stuff. It's better than Divine Smite
because unless you get it in the late game. If you get it in the early game and play it, on turn 3. You turn 1.
Nobody really plays life gain in this game, but
nobody plays life gain and nobody plays burn.
But it does counter it pretty hard, and I like it. I don't know.
You self-farm into it, and then I think it's B.
Yeah, it's B.
Maybe if I actually played it a few more times, I could say it's A tier. Piracy plays its counter spell, and then you get to play it.
I did not even know.
Oh,
what? Holy shit! And you steal the card.
Yeah, it's piracy.
That's like it's forecast. I mean, that's like.
Because then,
I'm surprised that's not used more. Actually, that's really funny.
What B tier?
It's a ditto for spells and a counter spell.
And a counter spell. Ditto and a counter spell together for spells.
Well, yeah, wait.
Yeah, I think it's B tier. I mean, I feel like the issue is people don't play a lot of spells. Like, I guess Mega Mushroom is a counter to that. I should run more counter spells. You run Mega Mushroom too often.
Yeah, I do.
I just don't want to because otherwise, if it
oh god,
Mousley. I want to say D tier.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like the
3 mana to draw a card. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 mana for a card draw. I mean, sure, you can do it an infinite number of times, but I'd rather have Pot of Greed because also you have to wait a turn, and then also 2 mana to get a rat when I can pay 2 mana to get a rat and another effect. Which is also bad.
Yeah, it's not. The mana costs are a little too high for me.
Todd Howard, 3/3. He has a 50% chance to not die.
No.
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 Oh yeah, because that's
most of those types of cards. I know we even have rig to coin flip or whatever that card is,
but it's 3 mana to rig it. It's the Thinker.
Oh, he's just scry 1.
He's just scry 1. 1 drop. What you play him instead of Sunflower to be able to scry? That's.
I guess that would be the only use. If you're not using Sunflower for some reason, use him.
Yeah.
But even then, I would still choose Sylveon over it.
Yeah, is he C or D?
C.
I guess he does what he's supposed
It's
to
not
do.
bad.
I think he
Scry
could be
one's not.
buffed though. I think he could be buffed
Yeah.
to Scry too.
Yeah, it could be.
Chiro.
Okay. I really like it. I mean,
I feel
Alter
like the
Ego.
game developer has some thoughts on this card.
I think I need to go to bed. I gotta get off this VC for a couple minutes at least.
Okay, 1 sec. I won't. we can.
I do kind of want to hear what you have to say about
it. No, it's the character.
The character. You know how like
we had a bit where we played Danganronpa where the first thing I did was immediately romance Chihiro.
Yeah, that was what happened.
Okay.
How the way that you drew me into Danganronpa is you get to watch a femboy die, and I'm like, okay, I'm in, and then you immediately start talking to him repeatedly. I'm like, what the?
You stuck around, man.
I stuck around, but.
And then you got to see Chiaki,
Yeah,
so
that
it was worth it.
That was like my life's been on downhill ever since Chiaki died.
Chiaki.
I mean, the ability's pretty good.
Yeah, you get to, instead of drawing a card, search for a spell. So you get to you tutor.
This is your tutor if your specific card is not.
This is a tutor
able to be tutored by Mage of Violet.
If you're playing like a burn control deck that doesn't do creatures, this is the creature for you.
I think it's a pretty solid. It's a blocker. I think it's an A tier, honestly.
Honestly, I think he's A tier. We just don't play spell slinging decks that often.
Yeah.
One of you's got to build one.
That's what Kelvin was for.
Yeah, he balanced it out. I'm the aggro deck. Steve's like some weird bullshit. I don't know.
The gimmick bullshit deck.
Yeah, and like Calvin has the fucking spell slinger.
You never. I don't.
Control. He's control.
Yeah, I don't think you got to play against Kelvin that much. It was.
I didn't play it. I watched him play a couple times though.
Yeah, because you weren't there for the first version. You weren't there for the first tournament. It went down to the Michael deck versus Congratulations. And I think in me and Kelvin's test games, I had consistently lost like 2/3 of the time. And then in that one tournament, I managed to win, lose, then win.
It was pretty hype.
Yeah. That one was close. When Jokine attacks can roll a d6. The strength is set to that for the rest of combat. I mean, on one he's a 3.53.
It's just so. I don't think that's a good card. I'm gonna be honest.
What else?
I don't think any of the cards that use chance are that good.
Because I mean, on one hand, he could punch for 6.
Just you wait till I build a gambling deck, then they're all going to be labeled to S tier.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
Oh yeah, I suppose D&D Carrot Juice.
D&D has taught Michael that every dice I touch immediately becomes weighted.
Yeah, he rolls nat 20s like 1/4 of the time.
1/4 of the time, it's a nat 20. Okay.
It is a probability of 1 that he rolls a nat 20.
Let's see, Carrot Juice.
Is it? It's just like same tier as Nuke. Like you can build around it.
Okay, here's the thing: Carrot Juice doesn't destroy Sunflower.
That's so real. You can board wipe without losing your ramp.
Yeah.
I think it's A.
I think it's an A. I think it's still the best one because so many cards
you build around it.
But here's another thing I just realized now. That doesn't destroy Shadow Wizards.
Yes, it does.
Yes, choice.
Choice, shit, you're right.
Yeah, but you build around it, and then it's good.
Weirdly, I don't think it destroys Warhammer Army, despite the fact that there's a paragraph on there. Oh, much. There you go, I missed it.
And then
speed running does me in again.
I guess it doesn't destroy Kana. Yippee. And T-Rex. Most of these like single ability cards.
Well, yeah, when you don't have a paragraph of text on the card. I'm gonna design a card that has like a paragraph of text, but it has no C's.
I think the biggest thing that puts it in A tier is just not destroy Sunflower.
Not destroy Sunflower, so you get to protect your ramp, and wipe your opponent's board, and then you build around it and you wipe your opponent's board.
One of these days, I'm gonna nerf Sunflower.
Yeah,
one of these days.
Sunflower should be nerfed, but I don't know how.
I don't think it should be moved to 2 cost.
Yeah, 2 cost ruins Sunflower, but 1 cost it's too good.
It's also just kind of like a key part of the game. Like I don't even. Well, how do you touch it?
You don't. I don't know. The game becomes so dramatically different with the Sunflower.
Yeah.
Maybe it needs to be dramatically different. Maybe that's the change you guys aren't ready for.
I was ready for Henry Stickmin to change.
You're just here to destroy our meta.
I can't wait for this video to have an hour of length dedicated to talking about Henry Stickmin and why he was good and how
the D6.
The D6. It's like Henry Stickmin if he was a spell. And also, like, if you don't have a hand, it doesn't actually give you a new hand.
Actually, it might be better than Stickmin now. Huh.
No.
Could it be?
No, because if you don't have a hand, you draw 4. This, if you don't have a hand, you don't have a hand. This is like if you wanted a mulligan.
Oh yeah, this is mulligan half game.
I feel like it's bad. I think that it should be either that like it's including the D6 or it should be a 1 cost.
It should be a 1 cost. I think that should be a 1 cost for a mulligan.
Yeah, because it is basically your mulling your hand, and
if you're at the point where you have to use that, your deck isn't working.
Your deck is bad.
Yeah.
Fog of War. Oh yeah, Fog of War is a 0 cost now. Said creatures played face down is not revealed. I feel like we should mess with this card more often.
I feel like we need to mess more with flipped cards for this to be like particularly good.
Because we never do that.
No one does the flipped cards thing that much.
Because you're either
even though there's a bunch of mechanics for it, but this is not like a way of making it awesome.
Because the issue is you're paying 2 card advantage to put it on a creature, so that creature can be flipped, and they don't know what it does. You know, I feel like if this... I think I just asked for this to be made a 0 cost last update, but I think it should... You make it draw a card to it and make it a 1 cost, or so then it's not losing you card advantage to fuck with your opponent.
Yeah.
This is a card a gambler brings. This is
also, like, I wouldn't...
Do you block this thing I just played, or no?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because then you don't know, because you can...
I would also not... But I wouldn't put it in D tier. I think it's C, but it should be, like... I like the idea of giving it 1... Yeah, I feel like I like the idea of it being a 1 cost that also gives you card draw.
Yeah, a card
draw. The tragedy. I don't know if you can put that on YouTube.
My channel shouldn't be monetized. I don't have enough viewers for that.
6 to destroy 2
my
creatures.
YouTube channel, I'd like to say my channel is sponsored by Primal Mind Fuel.
How do I ban you from your own tabletop simulator game?
I feel like this is just like worse than all the other removal.
Because you killed 2 creatures, but usually if you're playing...
But it's 6 cost.
Yeah, but it's 6 cost, and if you want removal, you want it cheaper.
Yeah, it's just worse than all the other removal.
Is it D tier?
Yeah, I would put... I think that's a D tier.
Yeah, because like...
I could just do that, and like... I could just like... pay like... I don't know, Fire Blast, and like... Lightning Bolts, or just like... I don't know. Yeah, it's just better thing. Like stoning. Just do stoning twice.
Yeah, because what do you do with this? Your opponent plays their big thing, and...
also, I think this is a half thing.
Yeah, final decision. You know, I think we need to play more control-oriented decks, so the control-oriented cards have some time to do their thing. Charging
yeah.
C tier. It does
really C. I think that's a B tier, honestly.
Oh, I can put it in B tier. My opinion is it does what it's supposed to do. It gives your creature bigger.
I just think the strength increase by 2 is pretty big. Like that can make a lot of creatures pretty strong, and it can make other creatures more viable. Like I think that's a really good card.
That on computer science major.
Yeah.
Is pretty good. I think I gotta start running. I think the next decks I build are all gonna be.
Oh, Blunarius.
Blunarius. So Jaden, why does it have this card art?
I watched a Synth Zine Talk video. That's why.
I see.
It's 3 balloons. You're paying 5 for a 3/4 that makes 3/0/1s that are bad. Attack is equal to the number of balloons you control.
I didn't really see much of balloons at their peak.
There wasn't a peak.
Sam made them alright.
Sam made them alright.
Yeah, I remember that deck in the last tournament, wasn't it? Or he had one deck where it was effective and he had some funny stuff. It was just tokens, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tokens just there's not many tokens I like. I think it's
D though. Cost for a 3/4. Yeah.
Oh wait.
But I mean, you can also, if you get enough balloons, but if you get above balloons, which means you need to not be taking combat damage. Which, I mean, technically you could sacrifice balloons to not be taking combat damage. It's too slow. It's because balloons aren't that good.
Baked potato.
I've never run baked
potato. I mean, it could start seeing more play with pipe bomb, but
they're two different things. What you play it on turn 2, and then you use it as a blocker for your.
You use that as a blocker, and then you give it to someone, or give it to someone.
No, you do not use it as a blocker because wait, can you?
Well, yeah, no, you don't. Well, you either use it as a blocker.
The only reason you
or you just give
it
to someone. No, yeah, wait, no, you don't want to use it as a blocker.
Yeah, I said it as a joke. The only reason you should ever use this as a blocker is if someone is swinging like something with more that'll do more damage to you than.
See, this is almost a. How much is Detonator to play? 1 mana.
It's equal to the amount of baked potatoes. Maybe.
Okay, so you could see this as a 4 cost to deal 4 damage to someone instantly.
Nah, I don't have Detonator here. I can't look.
I have the tokens, but I do not have perms.
1 sec. I'll have to promote Jaden.
So, like, if your goal is to just do damage to the opponent directly,
then as a 2 cost, while your opponent is tapped out, you play it, and then you have to detonate it somehow, and while it's on its opponent's board, which means using lightning.
Well, yeah, you could use. I actually.
Equal to 2
there's a lot of things you can do with
potatoes. So really, it is.
Oh wait, it's a 5 cost to do 4 damage.
What?
No,
it's a 4.
It's a 4.
Yeah, you play 2. You play 2. Then you play 1 to give it to someone, and then you pay.
Oh yeah.
Detonator might want to get cut down to just equal to the number of baked potatoes. So that
that's reasonable.
Yeah. Next update. Okay, where do we put it? D. I feel like because it's 5.
Right now, it's just
D.
Yeah, there.
Or F. I don't know. I wouldn't.
No, it's not F tier. It's not awful. It's D.
D. Killer
Queen. I mean, this is just this.
It's your.
This is actually less efficient than baked potato.
No, you shuffle pipe bombs into your opponent's deck.
Yeah, but also, well, if you're doing it for the baked potato thing, it's less efficient, and also for pipe bombs, it's also not very efficient.
Yeah, because 5 cost 4/4.
It needs to be cheaper.
I feel like he used to be a 6 cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he should be 4.
C and or D and a half.
Yeah.
Graveyard Lich, part of the infinite rat combo. When a non-balloon creature you control dies, you may resurrect it as a balloon. It gains Death Touch. He's okay.
I'm not gonna remember all these, Michael. You're gonna have to go back afterwards and upload them to this spreadsheet,
Oh yeah,
or at least the ones that are important enough for you to remember them.
Yeah, one sec. This.
When a non-balloon dies, you resurrect it as worse creature, but it has death touch. I feel like it's C tier. It just does what it does.
Oh, have you been writing
these down?
No.
No, that was just we happened to predict the detonator change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, huh. Well, you'll also have this video, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Rewatch it. It'll be kind of.
Yeah.
I think it's just C. It's not like it's just kind of where it is.
I've said this before, but balloons, like their boss, the big balloons need to be rebalanced. So there's a 3-cost balloon and a like.
Graveyard Lich is a. Oh wait, no, he's a 4.
Yeah.
No, he's a 4.
Yeah, the balloons just need a 3-cost balloon, and then maybe they'll be okay. Another balloon.
Again, this is kind of the exact same thing, in my opinion. For most of the balloons cards, I just put them at C. Like,
I don't know. I mean, but like, I guess.
I mean, this is efficient for what it is. I mean, not that balloons are great, but
they exist.
Here's the only issue I'm also running into now. I'm thinking about balloon tokens, though, is that somebody could just have lightning and get rid of.
No, it has to be combat damage.
Oh, it has to be combat. Okay.
Yeah, if it would die to any damage, then balloons would be absolutely horrible.
Mm-hmm. What about this?
As long as it makes your balloons actually deal damage, gains flying.
I'm kind of surprised it doesn't have flying already. I guess, well, this doesn't have flying either.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just C's. They're just all C's. They're just
all C's. I mean, I don't know. I honestly would put them at D half.
D half. I mean,
like just as the try.
Oh yeah, because like I look at these other cards and they like have use index. Yeah,
they have use index unlike balloons. I put them at D half.
Sorry.
But I'm also just kind of grouping them as the balloons tribal. I feel like Graveyard Lich goes up to C, and then they can just because.
Yeah, no, Graveyard Lich can be.
Choose an opponent, deal 2 damage to each of their creatures. It's like a board wipe. But 4.
Fuck your horde, I guess.
Fuck the opponent's board. You kill all their sunflowers. You don't kill Shadow Wizard. You kill most small tokens. And
I feel like though it's just the same as a law.
B tier, because you're paying 1 more mana to not hit you. I think so. I think this is B tier.
Yeah, it's fine. B tier.
Vor.
4.
I think Vor is good.
There's funny things you can do, so...
I think it's B tier. You play it on a creeper to immediately, for 5 mana, have a 5/1 attached to whatever you want. I mean...
Yeah.
Like, it's the alternative to Mega Mushroom where you pick something with Trample and add its stats to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's B tier. The mechanism. Creature has 2 less health. I think it's bad. Because Fire Blast
the other removal's just better. It's just outperforms. Just outperformed.
Yeah, would you ever run this in a deck?
No. Well, besides the pile mode, but
yeah, besides the pile mode.
Besides the Springtrap killing Oppenheimer with a mechanism. That's all that card has for it.
That's honestly, that moment was so based. We need to put it in. Slurp Juice as immortal until end of turn.
This is underused.
Yeah,
this should be used more.
I think when it was originally made, it was a 3-cost, and that was the issue.
Yeah, no, the 2-cost, that's pretty good.
Yeah, B tier.
I think it's a B tier.
Yeah, like, oh, my creature simply doesn't die.
B tier is the decent cards, but a little bit underused. A tier is just like very solid.
And C tier is this card does what it is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Another balloon. F tier. Another.
I'm not even gonna read that.
I can't.
Sorry, they're all the same.
They're all the same. They're all D&A. Hat Kid. I feel like
Hat Kid's an A tier. Actually, I think it's an A tier. It's really good.
I would say, yeah, especially when the Pollution Cloud was meta and it did 2 damage to every creature instead of 1 damage, 1 strength. Because then Hat Kid did.
I don't use it that much, but I really should.
Yeah, because it's useful. It's haste. It's reach. Like, and
like no. that should go in more of my decks.
Oh, this is
the
excelling crap.
That's the
guys. Tier rank
tier.
Matt.
I kind of think he's a D tier in my opinion. I don't see him being used ever.
Okay, you can pay 7 mana for him or 7 mana for
You could just have a pretty good blocker.
Go to the late game cards, and you could have the Pillar. You could have 7 mana for what the fuck is its name? Stranger Things, the creature.
The Demigorgon?
The Demigorgon, yeah.
Sprout Mole, C tier, it does what it's supposed
to. C tier. It does exactly what it's supposed to. The only downside is that Sprout Mole takes space in your deck.
And also is a card.
Yeah.
If Sprout Mole wasn't a card, it would be better.
If Sprout Mole wasn't a card,
if we deleted Sprout Mole from the game, he would be better.
Aubrey? I like Aubrey.
I like Aubrey too. I actually bouncing a creature.
It's really nice in like late gamey control decks. Like I play Aubrey all the time in Quick Trip.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card.
B.
Yeah.
She's as a 5 cost. It's a little hard because it's like you're playing Swap Bot as your.
Yeah, but she definitely makes it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Curse of
it's
the
just
Abyss.
getting her out.
It's like Mechanism, but
it's like Mechanism, but slightly better, but still.
I think it goes D tier.
Still not great.
Because if they're swinging out repeatedly, it's nice.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It's
that they swing out with repeatedly.
It's just like you're draining a creature for 3. But I could just stone the creature. But like instead of waiting 2 turns for whatever most things to die, I could just stone it to death.
Does it go to F tier with its sibling?
I actually kind of think it does.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Because like okay, on average, most of what it's gonna be targeting is gonna die in 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, I'm just gonna stone it to death. For the same cost.
Stone it. I would rather stone Astolfo than a Curse of the Abyss.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'd rather just like hit him to death with rock.
Because with 3 mana you can also just do 4 damage, which requires attacking twice. Weeball. -1 health, +1 strength. You can use it to kill a sunflower, like Gender Bender. You can use it to like get that 1 extra damage that you need. I don't know.
I mean it's versatile.
It's deep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use it.
But you're not going to use it. I mean, it's just
like it has versatility to it, but it's not good enough. Like I can get that.
I don't know. I think that's a C. I don't think it's outright. I don't think it's bad.
Okay.
I think the next one is
Weeball can
one we put in. Yeah. Because like at least this can kill a sunflower.
This doesn't. This makes the sunflower a 0/2.
Yeah.
Taunt.
I really like this card actually. It is like, I think it's a B.
Is it B or A?
Because it's a 5 cost.
Because it's a 5
really
cost. A. Because like think about it with poison decks especially, like that is finisher.
It is my win condition usually.
Yeah. Like I think it's A. I think that's like.
Yeah. Also, that is the perfect picture you could have chosen.
I don't know.
That's really
honestly,
funny.
I think it's B.5. But that's enough half tiers.
I think it's A. Yeah.
Allegations. We were not going to be talking about those. Flashpoint
S tier. This is a great card.
Yeah, you pay 3 mana cap to just stop your opponent from playing next turn. It's funny. I liked it in Quick Trip deck because then you could get Quick Trip twice.
Oh, I was looking at Flashpoint, Michael. I thought we were actually just gonna ignore it.
We were actually just gonna ignore the allegations. No, I face the allegations.
Is this S tier? I don't think it's S tier, but I think it's a good card.
I think it's useful. I think it's like B.
Yeah.
Like B or C.
B. I think it's more useful than not.
Flashpoint, Michael. You give everything haste. What else gives things haste?
The only other thing I can think of is Chris Chan.
Yeah. Oh, I need to swing out with my thing fast.
It's good.
Sunflower immediately. I need to be able to tap my Shadow Wizard immediately. B.
Yeah, B.
Dead Michael. I remember when Dead Michael was S tier.
Brain Rot.
Ultra Greed meta.
Brain Rot's just an instant 2 damage to someone, right?
Yeah. You are paying 3 for a 0/1 blocker and 2 instances of 1 damage instead of getting 4 damage on 1 instance.
And it's only player damage. That's another thing.
No, Brain Rot can hit anything.
Can it?
Yeah.
I thought it was only player.
No. Yeah, target of your choice.
Oh, okay.
Brain Rot is like lightning, but free.
Oh wait, 1 damage.
Guys, is Brain Rot S tier?
I thought it was 2 damage.
No, it's never been 2 damage.
No, that one's never happened. You used to get 3 of them.
You used to get 3 of them, which was
you used to get 3.
Stoning, but you paid 1 of the mana for a 0/1 instead. And also it could.
I mean, it's also a blocker.
I guess. I don't know. I think.
Yeah, C.
C. Low C. Like after the nerf, before the nerf, where he was a 2 cost for 3, I think.
I mean, this is just AI core for creatures, but better.
Because it's 1 less mana. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good card.
I would rather play Pillar than that card and build around that because then I'm getting more creatures per card. I don't know. I think it's C.
I don't think it's. I don't know. I think that's a B tier. I feel like that's still solid enough.
My opinion, it's a C tier because like I can get them for 1 less mana, but what am I using that like cheap stuff? But then I don't have cards because I played out my hand. Whereas like I'm comparing it to Pillar because even though Pillar is 3 more, like you're getting carded.
Pillars is copies, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I guess also you can think of it like kind of like a sunflower as well because it's it generates.
It's basically
yeah. It's like a sunflower but different.
Yeah, yeah.
See.
Also, it's only a 1 damage. Yeah.
1 damage. We've got Riz Michael. Oh, hi,
Michael.
Neth. We're doing a tier list video.
Cool.
We're tier listing every battle.
Game +1 strength and health. This needs to be 1 less. In my opinion, 1 less mana to make it like viable for me personally. I mean, you don't need to change it. It doesn't need to be changed, but
Michael, your stream's not loading.
That's awesome. You should just join the game.
That's gonna lag the fuck my computer out because I'm also doing something else.
Oh, okay, 1 second.
Oh, the One Piece.
Do you think you can like?
Be kind of fun to build a deck around it. I think. I don't know how good the deck would be.
One Piece used to infinite with Spamton.
Well, it doesn't anymore.
It doesn't anymore. I'm just talking about the lore for the new Bajookieland players.
I see. I see. Creature may be targeted. Why isn't this an ancient evil?
Because
they didn't exist yet.
Well, yeah.
And it just doesn't get changed because that's the One Piece.
God, it's 10 cost though.
It's 10,
Michael,
but what?
Can you just like close it and reopen your stream?
Okay. I share your screen, tabletop. There we go.
Its effect is really good.
Its effect is really good, but you're paying 10 mana for it, and at that point, like,
I think this needs a rework. This should be an ancient evil.
You know, I think it shouldn't be.
Like you should just update the card so like it, so you just don't have that first paragraph. I think that's the first thing that need. Yeah, I think you just need to rework the card.
And I also DM'd you something.
Maybe also be a little bit cheaper. I don't know. 10's just like once things go past 7. Yeah. Once things go past 5 for me, I mean, this should not be 5.
When things go past 5 cost for me, I realize I can't self-harm into them on turn 3, which makes them bad.
But
all right.
Maybe this should be a 9 cost.
We hit card 100. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow, Michael, at 10 a.m.
Yeah, you can watch the rest.
You still have to wake up for that.
Yeah. You just have to skip an hour and 15 minutes into the video, and then you can be at where we're at now.
Cool. Good night.
We are at we're actually at only 160 more cards, so this actually isn't taking as long as I thought it would.
Oh, wait, the first weather effect. Is there more next to it? No.
There will be more.
Yeah.
Okay, I like a lot of the weather effects.
I feel like raining.
This one is this one is not worth putting in a deck though.
Because it doesn't generate you any advantage. You are doing
it's just a counter. And some people because you don't know what's in the opponent's deck.
Yeah.
They could just not be running at weather effect. This used to be, but it's not anymore.
Yeah, it's too slow.
Really good in horde mode though.
Really good in horde mode, but that can be said about a few cards.
Yeah.
I don't. There was another card that I was gonna be it's really good in horde mode.
We're gonna get more A tiers.
Console Zord. This is your other board wipe, but it's a 9 cost and you get a 7/7 for it.
No, this is bad. This is terrible. I'm sorry. I don't like
agree.
that.
I would never play this card.
No, that's F tier. That's awful. I'm sorry, there's just so many better options. Every card is a better option.
Every card is a better option. Options like the card. Epic Battle of Bajookieland reference.
Yeah. Calm down.
Calm down is card draw now. It's tutor. Oh yeah, it's the only card that tutors your discard pile.
Holy shit, wait.
Calm down is
that's good.
I was the one who
that's a good for 5.
And I completely forgot about the change.
B tier.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next? Let's find out.
I really like it.
A.
Yeah, that's A.
Yeah, because
no, I'd say S. I'd say S.
A.
That's fucking amazing.
Okay, S is cards we could in every deck, and also Pipe Bomb.
Because I think it's
I would put this in every deck.
Yeah.
No, but it's just
it does help a significant
It's a lot
amount.
of value.
Yeah.
Blizzard, whenever
this is criminal for 4 mana. It's D tier. Blizzard goes to D tier. And no, Blizzard could go to C tier. It can be useful.
It does what it's supposed to do. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think it's actually pretty good because it is in decks where you don't want your opponent attacking. You just do this, and then you burn them out because now they have to attack every turn, and you play stuff like Frosty where he's getting better because of it.
Yeah, it's still niche. I'd say C tier.
Frostlass mid.
No, honestly,
because it's a 4/2 for 4 that can't be
just
destroyed by.
Put them right here until we.
That has potential.
I don't know. I feel like
it's fine. Let's see. I don't think it's a D tier.
Yeah, because you have to kill this with spells.
Well, if you just get rid of their weather effect.
Yeah, you just.
Well, if weather effect is in play, okay,
Yeah.
C tier.
Yeah, no, it's a C tier.
Melee Fox from the hit game. I mean, from the non-Nintendo related IP, called
First Strike Haste.
Sun Wolf.
I feel like I just choose other cards.
Sun Dog.
But It is
basically
solid.
this is troll.
It is solid.
But you're paying an extra mana for first strike.
Yeah, that's B.
Is it?
I think so. I don't know. It's kind of like.
It's also got haste.
Yeah, it's troll face, but you're paying an extra mana for first strike. I think it's C tier. I'd rather just have troll face at one less value.
That's fair.
Like, Deep freeze is funny in control-oriented decks. I can go in B or
but is control any good?
Is control any good? We don't know.
I don't think so.
I think it's
this is I remember having this in my first deck ever just because it annoyed people.
Yeah, charge.
This is just better Fox.
This is just better Fox.
Yeah.
Is it B tier?
Yeah, it's a B tier. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, it's 3 mana to give every single creature haste in first strike.
I guess.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Purple here.
Can be used for, can it still be used for an infinite?
Yes, infinite still exists.
Then B tier.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's a C tier.
I mean, like you pay your token deck, you hoard out a bunch of creatures, and then they come back as zombies, and then you kind of keep. But then anything you're beating down also comes back as a zombie. I don't know. Down to you guys. It's B or C.
I think it's C.
Flag zombie. You give your horde haste so that like when you make
a
bunch of
zombies, have to be running a horde deck to do that.
You have to be running a horde deck, which means your deck is inherently bad. Horde trample.
Same thing.
Same thing. You have to be running a horde deck. This card is probably really good, but I don't ever use it. And also, it has too much text for me to read.
Additional cost: sacrifices make creatures as you like. Summon an amalgam.
I appreciate that when I said that I was too much text for me to read, you responded by reading it for me.
Yeah.
Real friends like you.
What does the amalgam do?
It's as XX, where X is equal to the amount of creatures you sacrifice to make it.
Okay, and then you get +2.
Yeah. So you sacrifice. Honestly, I feel like it's good. I feel like it's B tier.
Yeah, that can be good. You
sacrifice down your horde to make it into a big thing, and then it kills.
Yeah, that could be pretty good. I think.
Peaceful protest.
Well, at that point, why don't you just use the horde gimmick? Because
because the horde gimmick is not as good.
Because the horde gimmick is bad.
But if you're using this to get,
you use the horde gimmick on one creature in a deck that isn't horde, so you aren't focusing on that mechanic.
Using a horde gimmick on this, so you already have your horde, and then you get rid of it to make this a really strong power.
Well, it's not a bad mechanic. It's just needs something else. Well, it's just
I don't think this deserves B tier because
what? I think it.
If you need a horde deck to do this, and you already have your horde out, and you say you have like Zergling and Flag Zombie, so their hordes are getting buffed.
Yeah.
You're then trading this horde that counts as one creature, but can't be like insta killed by a destroy target creature spell.
To make it one creature.
To make a creature that is weaker and can still be destroyed by a target creature spell.
Yeah, fair.
Has utility, but honestly, it's C or D.
Peaceful protest.
Gain 1 strength and 1 health.
I've never seen anyone use. I've never seen anyone use this.
I've been in that target.
It's like the opposite of Michael Jackson.
Don't like all of these tokens have
honestly
on them?
Yeah.
You have to be running a 0-cost horde deck for this.
Yeah, no, that's
Is it? Yeah, D.
Honestly, F maybe.
What? Because you buff up walnuts, sprout moles,
and sunflowers. No, not even sunflowers. No, like you also wait. No, you buff fucking software. Computer science major.
Computer science? No, you'd buff up computer science major with Voltron. You don't buff it up using this.
F.
Not with that, no. No, not for a 3 cost. No, do charging key instead. Yeah.
Sapping Storm. Remove 3 keywords.
Okay. This card is actually solid, I think.
Yeah, it can be an enabler for some insane plays.
Because most people are running some keyword creatures. And 3 is that's pretty good for 2 mana, actually.
Yeah, for 2 mana to just like, your horde deck doesn't hoard, your creatures with hexproof aren't hexproofing. I hate your gimmick, and I hate you.
Yeah, I hate your poison. I hate your whatever.
It's just a good creature. Honestly, it's just a good creature.
He's too expensive.
He's too expensive.
But it also gets permanently, every time it hunts something, it gets permanently stronger.
Yeah, but
it's too expensive.
Slow. He is a
it's too slow.
That is slow.
Yeah, so.
See?
He needs haste.
Takes too long.
Yeah.
I would rather have Demogorgon.
It's like one of the only horde creatures I think is like okay.
Honestly, this one's actually
that's like I think that's like
it gives your horde flying. But it's too expensive.
That's like,
I think it's D.5. It's too expensive to be useful, but it like should be good. If it was a 3 cost, it would be good. Javelin 3.
No.
C tier.
What?
No.
No, it's C tier.
No.
Really? I think it'd be useful just to give all your creatures first strike at minimum.
1 combat.
1 combat.
For 2 mana.
But what creatures have reach?
Not many.
To be running creatures.
Oh no, it has to have creatures with reach. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, okay. This. Okay. Well, wait. No, it's not F because it can combo with a Bola-chan.
Oh, in between.
It can combo with a Bola-chan.
I think it's D.
Sorry, I forgot it combos with your wife.
I'm sorry, that card's good.
I forgot.
Extra inch.
And its brother, extra inch. Yeah.
It's not useful.
I would never play this card. Drone Swarm, you're putting pipe bombs in your and your opponent's deck. It's funny. S tier.
No, it's not S tier. No. Only pipe bomb itself belongs in S tier.
You make a you're using this if you make a dedicated deck. So
the issue is it goes in your deck, but also
there's cards to counteract that. But also
delivery. But also we'll have to see how pipe bomb changes.
Yeah. It's up for review. Bajookieland Soldier.
This is exactly the same.
He is the guy of pipe bomb. Oppenheimer, he is a guy of pipe bomb. Seamoon.
Flip a deck upside. Flip a deck of your choice.
I don't know what the advantage is to this besides just knowing this card. But like,
I mean, if you play it on your turn 1 play against your
opponent,
you get to know every
but it's just also the opponent can see it.
Well, yeah, but then you play it turn 1 on your opponent, you get to see every single card that they draw for the rest of the game.
And it can be tutored with, but I wouldn't tutor that.
I wouldn't either. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a D.5.
Delivery mid. I wouldn't like.
D. I mean, it's only usable in
requires D. It requires you putting pipe bombs in your deck, which you don't want to do. Well, okay, but like, would you even put this in a pipe bomb deck? Like, if
you would.
You would. Bombs in your deck as well.
Ted Kaczynski makes your pipe bombs not affect you.
Oh, you're right. So just.
I would never.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Okay.
That's good.
Good in horde mode, nothing else. No.
I mean, it's just decent.
I don't think it's a B tier.
C tier at least then. You draw. It's just a straight up buff. You draw 2 cards instead of 1.
Yeah, but.
Okay, if we were talking about horde mode, it would be S tier.
Yeah.
But
yeah, C.
Again, it's a card that generates value for you and your opponent. It's too.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's my issue there. You shouldn't be helping your opponent. With cards.
You have to gamble that it's going to help you more.
And I know that most of the weather effects do that, but
you're supposed to play the weather effect asymmetrically. Like you play Sandstorm because you're drawing cards in other ways than on your turn.
Yeah, like it's C.
Discard card, draw a card. I
don't
really use this too often.
I don't use it.
I used to use it a lot. I used to use it a lot because it can make me.
Yeah, that's actually like.
I typically
that's
play
actually okay.
I typically play with relatively thick decks and allows me.
I think that's better than C tier. I just don't use it.
Yeah, it allows me to cycle through cards I don't want for cards that I do want. I'm gonna say C.5. We cool with that?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, agreed. Is Steve here?
Yeah. 1 sec. I was typing something into the Ultra Greed. I remember the days.
Greed
combo. Henry Stickmin killed him because Henry Stickmin was better card draw. Is he back? I don't think so.
No.
5 cost for.
No, it's a 10 minus X for 5/5.
Yeah, I meant to say 5/5.
X.
He's
F
not
tier.
dead. He's not dead.
He's F. He's not F. No. No, he's not F. No.
Like,
that's still a usable card.
He's still a usable card. If you're playing a deck that draws a lot of cards, like you're trying to combo, like if you're playing a card that's like for the Dragon Balls, if you're playing... Honestly, I should include him in my Moonlord deck, because you just draw a lot of cards there. I
feel like that's C. I honestly feel like...
I feel like he's too situational, because the vast majority of decks wouldn't want to draw enough cards for him to be useful.
Oh, Crack Rocks. This is S tier.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Self-harm needs to be an S tier, though, so I think it's A. I think it's A.
A.
You're paying a mana.
Oh, yeah, I guess I wouldn't include it in every deck.
Yeah,
it is good.
Honestly, this one can be very funny and useful in the long term, but it's very situational.
What?
Oh wait, I did not read that. Let me read it. When play, place a D6 and set 2 on it. At the start of your coin flip.
This card doesn't.
I saw flip a coin.
Yeah, I mean, what?
I mean, when I use it, it's all right. It's basically a way of storing mana for later.
You play this on turn 3, or turn 2, I guess, if you got a Sunflower turn 1, to either have get your mana cost back on the next turn. Okay, but to be fair, if you were to play this turn 3 and then have 7 mana turn 4,
that could be good.
Is this card
it could? Here's my thing.
Coin flips.
Here's my thing. You flip a coin.
Yeah.
I say C tier.
I say C tier.
It can be good.
I think if you win the coin flip, then suddenly you're having a really good game, and if you lose it, you're just done.
I just don't like any of the cards with that. Personally,
that used to be insane.
This is
no longer as good.
I think it's a B tier.
I think it's a B tier. It kills Sunflower.
That's pretty good.
It stops a lot of your...
I was actually gonna, instead of Sandstorm, I was gonna have Salt Lake City generate that. Because it made more sense. Oh, Kenny.
Kenny. He's a 3-cost 2/2 that gives you a destroy creature with power health 3 or less.
I mean, that's just for what, 3 cost? C, D, C.
I like
C or
how
B?
he appears before the card that he generates. Here.
But wait, why are you?
I'm finding Rat Swarm.
Oh.
Yeah. Cost 3 or less. That could actually be.
Wait, did Jaden make him before?
3 or less health.
So then you get
C tier.
What?
B or C.
B or C. I don't know what.
I don't know.
And this can be good.
This can be.
It's more creature destruction value than Fire Blast, but it's not targetable.
And it's a blocker.
And it's a blocker that you get a spell afterwards. It's getting you 2 cards of value out of 1.
I feel like that's actually a B. I kind of. Yeah.
I feel like Rat Swarm's actually C tier.
Yeah.
Rat Swarm's C, but he's B. Yeah.
Because this is, you're getting extra value for.
This is like still bordering. This is like move your hand so people can read the card.
This is it's like an almost definition of average card.
Yeah.
It's something that's for its mana cost and has like 1 extra attribute.
Yeah. I don't know. C tier.
But like, it's a pretty good.
It's
creature.
Not bad. It's
a pretty good creature. But
like
it is 6.
Middle of the road.
Yeah, lifesteal is kind of bad in this game because
it is just reliable.
There's nothing that really benefits from having a bunch of
Last Supper. If the co-op mode, it would be S tier.
This is a pretty good card.
No, because it helps you and your opponent.
But it's really easy to do. But
you're paying 2 mana. It's like
you're paying 2 mana to increase.
Yeah, but you're helping. Yeah.
No, I would never play this. It's only good in Horde mode. Like, unless you're playing a Congratulations deck, you never play this.
Okay. This has saved my ass so much. Yeah, no, that's like really hard to determine.
B2.
Can we like leave the cards right here until we determine what they are? Yeah.
Leave the card on the table before we like.
And move your hand so we can read it.
That's how I think.
Let's see, 3. Okay, so this card has saved my ass and fucked me at the same time.
You need to use it right. You use it like autistic.
I use it wrong all the time, but it is a good card. I think it's a B tier.
I think
honestly,
because you force your opponent to swing out
with things they possibly don't want.
Yeah.
And then you poison them with Ebola Chan.
Yeah. It's like the only card with reach that's okay.
I don't know.
Well, besides Ebola Chan, of course.
I mean, it's a 4/4 with reach as a defender. It's pretty cheap and tanky enough with reach. It's gonna kill most things with.
I mean, you get a 4/4. Yeah, it's a good defender. It's fine.
It's going to survive against most things with flying.
Michael Morbius. He transforms into a bat. What does bat do? He becomes a 2/2 with flying life steal hunt.
So
you play
at
him,
best.
And then
honestly,
I don't know. Well, wait. What is the spin down into actually?
What does bat spin down into? Are we
amalgam? So useless.
So yeah, useless. What does amalgam spin down into? Actually, why didn't we think about that last time? What does amalgam spin down into?
T8 to T7.
This is like the ones that like really matter for being spin down.
Yeah, Sentry again doesn't matter. What does Sentry spin down into?
Beast. No, it's T16.
Zombie.
Zombie. Okay, that's worse. Zombie spins down into brain rot. Okay, zombie spins down into brain rot.
Oh, that's actually interesting. We'll have to talk about that when we get to more cards that generate zombies.
We had Orpal Fog. Orpal Fog.
Yeah, but I still don't think, because I gives it to the opponent and they could also have spin.
Yeah, no. Because there is no like board bounce where you bounce all creatures you control, because you board bounce all of the zombies into your hound, you spin down, and then you play all of your brain rot for free. But no, that's enough side tangenting.
It's still not enough damage, I don't think. It's only not, 1 damage. That's something.
Okay, so where are we putting Morbius?
Honestly, I don't think it's great.
I think he's.
I don't think he's great either. I think he's fine.
He was okay when Michael was a meta build.
This is a pretty good card. This combos really well with stuff.
Yeah, if you have a sunflower, this card's cost is basically decreased by 1. Shadow Wizards to do 2 more damage with your Shadow Wizards. If you're in a Pipe Bomb deck, you could Domination overpriced.
It still can be great.
What was its price? Sorry.
7.
7. Oh. It's like really, really expensive.
To steal a creature.
It can shut down a deck.
Quick Trip just outperforms that.
Oh right, Quick Trip does the same thing.
Yeah.
Rainbow.
Okay, with gender.
It goes in F for faggot tier.
No.
No, I'm on YouTube. I can't say that.
I think it's
D. It's situational. Very.
Well, here's the thing. It kills sunflowers.
It kills sunflowers,
but it also kills your sunflowers.
It's good with Astolfo.
D. It's still very situational.
It's still C.
I think he's C. I think because if you build the point is you're building around it, so you don't include stuff like sunflower, and on your turn 1 you play Rainbow.
Yeah, it just finds its niche in the gimmick deck. So that's it.
This is just good.
A. My opinion is A.
Yeah.
No objections.
It's just a good card.
No discussion on why it's A.
Yeah, no.
He is a good blocker, and also if your opponent doesn't have blockers, you can swing out.
It's cheap reach multi-block.
It's not B tier though.
He can defensive creatures can stop trample.
Yeah.
Trample damage doesn't go past creatures with defense.
Oh yeah, that's new.
Yeah.
Or that's something never read.
Yeah, that we've never done right.
So that does make that a little bit better. Wait, is that B?
I think
really
it is. I think being able to
I just think Iron Golem's better.
Because it also has multi. You have to realize it also has multi-block, and it's only 2 cost.
Yeah, but if you're using it to stop trample, you don't need multi-block. Iron
multi-block
Golem.
Honestly, multi-block is just like a cherry on top. It's also.
I just feel like Iron Golem's better.
I feel like Iron Golem is better. You're paying 1 more mana for a health and 3 damage. And
I feel like that's a C tier. It's fine. Walnut
bowling.
No.
It's D.
Because it makes your creatures. No, that's
D tier.
It's F.
It's F.
Because it makes your creatures do something they just don't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never seen someone play this card. I don't think it's bad.
I guess it can be interesting. It can be tutored.
It can be tutored. So what? In response to attacks, if you have 4 mana open, you can tutor and then play it.
Feel free.
But it has to be a less than 2 health attack or like that. I think it's D. Like I feel like it just doesn't provide enough value.
I agree. Huh.
Meteor shower.
What's on fire do?
It's minus
has 5 less health. So it could be instant kills.
It's also an attachment, which means if you bounce a creature you have with on fire, you get on fire, and also if you have Tack Waifu, you get on fire when your creatures die from it. Therefore, letting you play it on your opponent's creatures.
It can combo quite nicely.
So you could make a deck around it, I guess.
Yeah, you'd be building around it. It's like C.
I'd put it C, yeah.
You have to build around it, and it's a little gimmicky.
This is terrible. I'm sorry.
Overpriced.
Oh no, it's not terrible. It's just like
like
severely overpriced. It's 8 mana for that.
8
too
mana
much.
For usually something else can win you the game. Is it?
Yeah, I need to remove him from my Ebola deck.
Overpriced. This should go in F tier.
Yeah, it's overpriced. It's way too much.
Doesn't die.
It's way too much. No, it's F.
Yeah, no, I said F tier. I just misplaced it.
Yeah.
Mega Mushroom A.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, easy A. Spiritual Advisor B tier, maybe.
B tier. Yeah, there's some funny shit you can do with
that. Rum. All creatures
B tier.
Control. Yeah, you play it in your board deck. I should run this in the pill or deck.
Just go slower.
Yeah. We both tried to grab this missile. It's so situational.
Oh, this is next, not that.
Okay, we'll do it.
I want to pay attention. I want to pay attention to that because of spin down. This is S tier. I include this in every deck.
Yeah, that's S tier. That's like S plus tier. I include that in more decks than I include Sunflower.
Yeah.
Piss Missile.
D at best.
D at best, I agree.
Oh.
You can destroy a creature with flying.
2 destroy, but you need to have a creature with flying on the board, and that's you can't cast it. It's not.
Honestly, I'm tempted F.
Put in D. I put in D. Well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think it's D.
I don't think it's unusable.
Vomit. I think
that's not bad actually.
No.
It's the same amount of card advantage. No, you are paying 1 card to cause your opponent to lose 2 cards.
Also, it also spins down into Ditto.
I suppose that's nice, but I feel like you're considering spin down too much. I think it generates less card advantage for more cost than Pot of Greed.
D.
D. I'm fine with that. I think it could be C. I think Redacted is better. Mage of Violet. S.
Yeah, easy.
No objections.
I mean, obviously.
Mage of Violet is which one's next? It's
go slower.
Right. Go slower. If you have.
This is just not used, but it's not bad.
Yeah, like I've never seen it played. It's just the issue of you have to gamble on your hand having two of a card that costs more cost than 2, so that you can play it twice. I mean, like, I guess what you play it with.
This can be used, that you would have to build around it, but there is a use for it.
This effect should be like on a creature.
I feel like I just kind of feel like it's an okay card. I think C.
At the moment, yeah.
It's not quite B.
I think you could build around it and have some fun stuff. Uno, it's bad.
This was getting reworked.
This is getting reworked, but right now it's bad.
Then D.
F, would you include it in a deck?
Yeah, actually, that's fair.
Yeah, would you ever include disassociation?
Not how it is now, but it is getting reworked, so.
Yeah. We'll have to redo the entire tier list video every update.
I need you to not put your hand over it.
I'm doing that because I'm hitting Alt to look at it closer.
Oh yeah, you can use Alt to look at it closer. We should just do that. It's gambling. It's better than schizophrenia.
See? It has the ability to...
Yeah.
It turns the creature into a monster of death that can't be killed.
Yeah. Also, it also only has one bad option.
Yeah,
75% of the time you're getting.
I just don't like the gambles. I just don't really like the gambling.
But honestly, I feel like it should be B tier. Like, as much as you don't like gambling, like 3 times out of 4 you're getting.
Honestly, combo that with
yeah, that's fair. I just don't like that one.
It's situational.
Combo that with Kamayeda.
Make your choice. Not in competitive. In cooperative, you can play it and it'll be good because you can protect your deck.
I agree. This isn't very.
F.
Yeah, F. That will only be helpful in the hordes.
The Hammer of Discipline. You get to remove a card.
Way overcosted, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That needs to be 6.
Okay.
Or maybe even 5 to be viable.
Not worth it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
F tier.
It's funny. Self-harm.
S tier, yeah.
I would self-harm in every deck. If you're not running self-harm, you make a wish, overcost it again. I mean, it used to be you could use it to get like Saitama.
C-ish. I'd say it's C.
It lets you get pile mode cards. That's the important.
Yeah, I'd say it's a C tier.
It's a C tier. You can use it to get Jester.
Mm-hmm.
Dangling Keys. I think it's D. Because it's 5 mana or less. So, like...
You have to have 4 mana in your back pocket.
In your back pocket to counterspell.
Yeah, no.
D.
Not even with Nebula Killer.
Green Thumb is B or A. Because you get to double your mana for 1 turn. But
such a gamble.
I love this card.
It's really good. It is good.
I think it's A.
Just...
Because you play it, you double your mana for 1 turn, and then... Sure, it's all on the board as Sunflowers, which is really, really risky.
And then it gets and then it gets shut down by anything that does 1 damage to a massive amount of creatures.
Yeah, B. Okay. Lucky Streak.
No.
Would be really good in very certain situations, but otherwise
No, it's too expensive to like.
It's just
you run this with Disassociation to force one of your creatures to be really good, but then you're paying 9 mana.
It's just,
no.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of gambling cards already.
Honestly, I think Disassociation should be C tier. I was lying. It's only a 25% chance.
It is a C tier.
Yeah, I moved it there because I accidentally put it in B tier somehow.
This is actually really good for 6 cost.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
because there's that. What is
then you just buff it up, and then it's B.
Yeah, it's B tier.
Steven.
I don't even.
He's literally me.
Well, who is Steven? Like, I don't even.
He's just a guy with a stick.
It's a stock photo.
No reference made here. F tier.
You
can't even use... He's not even useful.
No, it's a 4
like,
cost for reach and for strike. I'm gonna say that's a D.
Yeah, you can get a 4
I think a Bola-chan is better.
Yeah, I would rather spend 4 mana, like, if I want something to deal with.
Or Stelfo, yeah. This is not S tier, but it's A.
A tier, yeah. You can put your white.
It's a 7 damage haste.
Norton antivirus, multi-block poison for 2/4.
No, not useful.
I mean,
poison's not gonna come into play because you can't poison creatures. So it's other bonus multi-block
It's a defender that also, yeah, it's too.
Yeah,
I don't like it personally.
Zomboss. Your horde gets lifesteal. Your horde gets 1. It's lifesteal 2, which means you gain 2 health.
Your horde gets hexproof, and he can be tutored. And but he's only a 1/1.
Yeah, for
4.
Yeah, so on your 4 drop, you're getting. Yeah.
C.
I don't know. D.
Really? Because he's one of the few horde things that gives him 2 different attributes.
He's a 1/1.
Yeah, but like, he's a 1/1. And which sure he has hexproof and the horde gets hexproof. Wait, no, that makes your horde immune to board wipes. Never mind. This is like really good. I forgot.
Oh wait, shit. I was just thinking.
B tier.
Yeah, wait. I was like, wait, he's a 1/1. He can just get shot. But I was like, oh wait, no.
By what? Shadow wizards?
Yeah, exactly. He has hexproof. Never mind.
Prince, creatures with hoarded with Prince. He is a 4/4 for 4 that hoards your horde and makes it bigger. But like your goal of the horde is to make a bunch of small creatures big by working together and sharing.
It's just redundant.
It kills your horde deck by making you unable to buff them all at once. So F tier.
Well, no, they're still being buffed all at once because they're all getting buffed.
Oh, and D.
He's just redundant.
I gotta make a horde deck sometime. Jaden's buffing a bunch of the horde
this is a B tier. But actually,
he makes
it's an A tier.
Yeah, he makes your horde deck, your big board state deck, immune to board wipes.
I don't know. What do we play this as?
I think he's an A tier.
I think he's an A tier. I think the ability to not get hit by board wipes is really good. Tack Waifu, you're playing this in attachment deck, and
D at best.
I guess it's a lot of card.
This is hard because like I really want to use it, but
like it's
a 4 cost. So it just kind of like I wish it was weaker and cheaper, so I could use it basically.
So that it's like a supporting creature.
Yeah. Rather than just because like I really like its ability because of how I play my decks. But I just don't run it. It's a C. Well, no, it's not a C tier because it's too expensive for what I want.
I think it's D. It's not F.
Yeah.
Tainted. I'd never run this card. 5 for a 3/2 with first strike or trample and hunt and first strike. If more than one creature blocks Tainted, he gains 3 strength for each. Okay, never mind. Hunt isn't fixed work with everything he's trying to do, but like he's a 3/2 that you swing out with, and
first strike.
5 mana though.
For 5, yeah, like
D.
I don't know. I think he's D.
Wait, if one creature blocks him. Oh, I see.
After the first, so then if they try and double block him, he becomes a 6/2 with first strike. Like, I don't think he's bad. I think he's okay. I think he's C tier.
I mean, he's like pretty much guaranteed to get the kill, but is that worth?
That relies on your opponent choosing to double block.
I think he's C tier. Because here's the thing.
Because with something with 3/2, you can easily just get around double
here's
blocking.
The thing. Yeah, here's the other issue. You could also just instead of paying for him, you just do Divine Smite, Stoning for cheaper, or something else. Like he's removal in a creature.
Henry Stickmin.
I don't think he's S tier anymore. I don't think he's S tier.
The immediate grab to yeah.
Yeah.
The long history of Henry Stickmin.
This is S. Almost S.
I think
for me. This is A.
This is A.
Easy.
It's like
because here's another thing. She spins down into him. And she's just has so much value for a 1/1.
Yeah,
like it's
that
just
taps
so
down
good.
forward. Yeah, creature. No.
No.
Creature used to be S tier when it just got a keyword for free. Now it's either you're getting a 3/3 for 4, or
it's reduced both the stats by 1.
Yeah. So you're getting a 3/1 with
C.
first strike. Is it C? Because you're getting
Honestly, one thing that'd be funny to do with this is you'd be able to make it like, make it like a 3-1 and then give it Horde.
To just buff up, damn it. No, there's better value.
There'd be easier ways to do that either way.
To get this in your Horde.
True. C or D?
He's D. Unless someone can, like, convince me. Chimp.
Chimpanzee. It's like the only reach creature I see played consistently. What's its actual ability?
Reach, and it can't be damaged by flying.
I've seen it played a lot, though. It's funny.
Yeah, I think he's...
Because people are really afraid of flyers for some reason.
When actually...
the blimp used to be oppressive.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. He can get C for chimp tier.
Yeah, I think it's C.
Chimp tier.
Spamton. I remember when Spamton was S.
I think he's still pretty solid.
Yeah, because he's like an infinite amount of self-harm. He's better
because he's also only 3.
Yeah. You are getting better value than self-harm now.
Yeah, I think he's A.
He's A. I think self-harm
also can be made to violeted.
Yeah, also can. Bonsai Buddy, he's bad. He's D tier.
D.
D.
Yeah.
No,
here's
F.
the thing.
F.
No, here's the thing. No, it's not unplayable. Well, it's unplayable in everything but a delivery deck, okay?
No, what?
Oh wait, shit. How do you even...
He used to be a 3/3 for 4, and then you would just shit out 0 and 1 cost creatures, and they would all be 3/3s, and you would just like beat your opponent to death. But now he's a 2/2, and it just doesn't, because you can...
I feel like what you want to do is like... I feel like what would be a cooler gimmick for this card is if it, like, you played it, and then it replaced one of your opponent's creatures.
I think
like that'd be kind of funny.
If he was a 5-cost 3/3, because then he does that, but slower.
Like I feel like he could have a cooler gimmick.
No, I like his gimmick. He just needs to be buffed. But not too much that he breaks the game. Because if he becomes a 3/3 right now, he completely ruins balance, especially with Pillar.
Oh yeah.
Okay, put down the card, Neth. Let's see what we got. The disc.
The disc. I think this is one of the ancient evils. Because card draw.
Okay, you can draw 2 cards on your turn.
And the worm.
And you get to shuffle the worm into your opposing deck.
I mean, this will go in your pipe bomb.
Is this
easy?
Is this A tier? You just get to draw cards per turn. You just get 4 cost for a card draw every turn. Like
if you're playing like a long
Yeah, if this is a long game.
Compare this to like what? Compare this to
No, it is better than Pot of Greed. Actually I think it might be better than Stickman now. Maybe?
Maybe not. Well, I guess it's cheaper. I think so. Why don't
that might be better. That might be a replacement for that. Because like
Cryptoland, 3 mana, 3 mana for a Sunflower.
Ooh. But then you get to gamble.
But
C. This is C. This is C.
It's -6 starting at 1.
It's -6 seems good.
And draw 3 cards. So that you play this.
But you lose mana cap if you lose, and that can be really bad.
Don't ever flip the card. You just +1 it. You play this on turn 1 with self-harm, to then get bolted by lightning still.
Yeah.
It dies to lightning.
Yeah.
I think it's
C tier.
I think it's D.
Really?
Like, it's nice ramp, but like I'd rather have a Sunflower.
Yeah, that's fair.
Actually, you can play its ability on its first turn. You can immediately +1 it for 1 mana. So
so that actually has faster input on.
Yeah, no, it's C tier.
Yeah, that's a C tier. Yeah.
Yeah, still dies to light. No, it doesn't die to lightning because you can +1 it on turn 1. This is B tier.
Yeah. I know.
German 4chan.
Oh, my favorite place.
C at best.
Well, here's my thing. I think haste and hexproof on Kana does make her. She's already a pretty solid card.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you really play this. You put it down.
But you're mainly going to be doing it to do
skip your opponent's turn.
Skip the turn.
Because the other ability that you skip turns with, allegations that we won't be getting on.
But it takes 3 turns to do that.
I'm gonna
and it's 6 chance and it's 6.
because Allegations does it immediately, but you're paying 3 mana cap. This, you just pay 6 mana and then in 3 turns. If you have a Cursed Ginger, you can do this the turn after it's played. I think it's B tier. I feel like the Ancient Evils we just sleep on.
Maybe. Them.
We don't want to talk about them.
Should have added an extra bracket on each side.
This is too expensive for me.
For 5, you get to... I should click Alt. Play an attachment card for 2 less mana or remove an attachment from 1 creature. Okay, you play this for 5, and then you get to add a copy of Jew Gold to your hand. This creature gains 1 strength.
Yeah, that's actually
honestly
pretty good. That's actually really good mana. It's pretty good to get for mana back. Like,
Huh. Yeah, because, like, you're paying 3 of it, and then you also just get to play attachments for cheap.
And you can do the -3 immediately, potentially. If you just want to pay 5 to get... No, you wouldn't do that.
All creatures with attachments gain 3 strength and are immortal until the start of your next turn. I don't know. I think it's B.
Yeah, that's B.
Project Raven, creatures.
Project Raven. All creatures having vigilance is pretty solid.
It's solid, and then you get to scry 1.
Is C or B?
I would never do its -4 though.
They must reveal their hand to you, choose one of their cards, and discard it. What do you mean you'd never do its -4?
Oh wait.
You get to, like, get rid of...
I thought it was revealed, sorry. No, wait, that's actually really good.
A or B?
B, probably. Because you get to just remove your opponent's combo. You play it, and then on the next turn, you get to remove your opponent's combo piece.
Yeah. Wait.
There we go.
No.
We don't try to talk about Ted Kaczynski. We can't just put him in S tier because we like who he was as a person.
Yeah. What? His +4 is interesting.
You
have to sacrifice something to get it up there.
But it shuffles Pipe Bomb. And you don't have to die to your Pipe Bomb.
He is the Pipe Bomb deck enabler.
C tier or B tier?
Ooh. C. C for now, because Pipe Bomb hasn't been yet.
Yeah, C until Pipe Bomb gets updated, and then that...
I think he'll be pretty solid for it, though.
Yeah,
I think this card's okay. Giving a creature haste and trample is pretty solid.
Okay, you can play him, and then... Why won't alt work? You can play him and then immediately draw to 5.
Yeah. Yeah, he's...
6 mana, though.
Yeah. But he's only 1 more than Henry Stickmin now.
And his +1's pretty... I really like his
Stickmin, you do that every turn. Chris Chan, you do it either once, or you have to do it every 3 turns.
Yeah.
I really like his +1, personally.
B or C?
B.
I think he's B.
Because he's also a trample outlet. Or trample enabler. 71 more cards. John.
Do you have this in your? Do you have this?
Why don't I have that in that deck?
I looked at attached Gender Bender, and I'm like, and Balance.
Holy shit! Why is that not? And he's only 4.
Yeah.
That should be in that deck.
Also, you can use it to make your opponent lose mana cap.
Which is a good ability, because the opponent doesn't get to play the game.
That's like a really solid one. I mean, that's only good for my deck, though. So
B or A?
B, I think.
Even
well,
with
it's only good. Well, it's only good for one archetype.
No, it's good even with. It's decent even without. Even if you're not doing a Gender Bender deck, because it just makes your opponent lose mana cap.
Also, you can.
Yeah, but that's a plus. That's a -8.
It's
because imagine this. Imagine it's +2. Every turn you're adding a Gender Bender to a target. That's say 6.
You have to keep him around for 3 turns. You have to keep him and defend him for 3 turns.
Yes,
and they have to keep their creatures alive that they're going to be swinging at.
That's true. But
I think he's C.
You can
I mean, like,
make
he's really good for my deck, but
you can make someone with 6 mana cap.
If they have 3 creatures with Gender Blender, but like, funny thing, he's also really good against your deck.
Yeah, that's true.
He is the counterplay to what he makes. That's beautiful. It's almost.
I don't know.
Poetic.
Just keep him at B, I guess. We'll see, because Astolfo, I think, makes Gender Bender pretty good.
Honestly, it's pretty shit, but it's very funny.
Cool rock.
S tier. It's a cool rock. It has to go in S tier.
Because I want it. Choose a
it's
player,
the coolest
they are
rock.
killed immediately. You can play this on turn 7 to in 5 turns win. But you have to have constant sacrifices, and you have to be defending your board state. I don't know. I think he's C. I mean, he lets you play credit card. He lets you play credit card.
It's too hard to do in my... Yeah, it does let you play credit card. It's C. I think it's a C.
Okay, next card. Quick Trip, S tier. No. Okay, it lets you immediately do self-harm.
Yeah, no, there's some pretty good value here.
Yeah.
It's a slightly worse version. No, it's just...
also, this is a card that you made.
This is a card that I made.
It's just better than self-harm.
I think it's A, honestly.
Yeah, it's A.
Because you get to do self-harm, but better to create value. And, like, you're playing the long haul anyways, because you're trying to make creatures quick trip employees, which you also can use to buff up your own creatures. Curse Dredger.
Oh, Curse Dredger.
You just add power to your Ancient Evil.
It's fine. I mean, I think we kind of have to put in B, given how many Ancient Evils we've put over C.
Yeah, that's fair. Heal Slut. I feel like Heal Slut's a good 2.
Really good in Horde mode, but...
Really good in Horde mode. It's a really good 2-drop, though, because you can, like...
Yeah.
2 mana for a health every turn.
There's not a lot of 2-drops in the game.
There is
a
lot of 2-drops in the game. Not a lot of them that you actually...
There's not one that are, like, actually... This one's pretty good, because it also counteracts your probably first turn self-harm. So... Yeah, B, honestly, though.
Yeah, put it in B.
Because I don't include it in a ton.
Crusader, not enough people run Ancient Evils for this to be good. But like if people ran Ancient
Evils, if people ran it more consistently...
Honestly, it's a 3/3/3, but it becomes a 5/3 if your opponent controls an Ancient Evil. C.
It does exactly what it's supposed
to do.
Perfectly
average.
Yeah, it does exactly what it's supposed to.
It's really good in Horde mode.
Nope, gambling.
Nope, gambling. Hey, he got nerfed to a 1.
I still think he's really bad, honestly. Oh wait, 1 with Dust Touch and Hunt. Never mind. That's actually free. That's okay. Still, I would run it.
I wouldn't. Hunting down your opponent's sunflowers, but like
Lightning Bolt.
Be damned. He lets you get stuff out of your discard pile.
This is really good in your deck.
Yeah, in the Hank deck.
It's good. It's just good. It's 1 mana to do that.
1 mana cap.
Oh, cap. Okay, no.
Yeah.
C.
As opposed
at best.
No.
I think he's B. I think he's B. I think he's B because
you play him in a Hank deck.
Because this is also you can search your opponent's creatures.
Yeah,
any
you
creature.
can get your opponent's creatures out of the graveyard B. Like, also in the boss mode, it was funny. Master Sword,
yeah.
I wouldn't know because now it's an attachment too, and it's only
it's just
an attachment version of Crusader, and it's just
worse Crusader.
Yeah. No.
If people ran them.
If people ran them, and it's way too much mana value. You're paying.
It's way too much. Way too much for what it is. I really like this card. This card is actually really funny in my deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Health potion. You can get anywhere between. Wait, is it okay? Gambling, is it a dice roll or a cards dice roll?
Okay, this is a guaranteed 4 health for 5. At minimum, 4 health.
Yeah, 4 health.
This can give you another turn.
This can give you 10 health.
It says 1 dice roll or coin flip, so it's only 1.
So you can rig it.
You can rig it.
You can rig it to give you minimum of 7.
But it's just like, okay, so this could potentially give you like another 1 or 2 turns potentially. But if you rig it minimum, you're probably buying about 1 turn, maybe. But like that's 5 mana.
Is 5 mana worth like
C tier?
C tier. It does what it's supposed to do. It heals you. Environmental. I remember when this card was busted in Quick Trip, and like it could just force your opponent to lose the game. It was toxic.
It's way too much.
You pay it,
but also
see. Its ability is suitably really powerful for what it costs.
Yeah,
but
you reduce your opponent's mana cap by 2, and technically you can
moves an attachment.
Basically, when something with an attachment dies, so
it's very dependent. It's very dependent on what the other player's doing.
No, because you can put attachments on the enemy.
Yeah, you'd use John Money to kill one of their sunflowers, and then you fuck them.
Oh shit! Wait, that is good.
So C or B?
B.
It's
B.
not worth A.
It's B.
It's not. Yeah, it's not quite an A tier. Plus, this is new.
This is new. He's a 1/1, but he has 2 lives for 3. On the start of your turn, he gains 1 strength. So you play him turn 1 by
He's kind of like opposite. He's like an opposite of computer science major with charging key.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's bad. I think he's D tier.
It's like, just 3 mana.
Yeah, 3 mana, and then sure he'll get.
I mean, he's likely to survive, I guess.
No,
maybe, but like if you swing out with him, he's guaranteed to die. You have to Mega Mushroom him.
Yeah.
C or D?
D.
Yeah.
Creature gains Vigilance.
2 mana for Vigilance is pretty good.
2 mana for Vigilance is really good.
C. C or B?
C.
I think that's...
As a not big attachments person, I say C, but if you guys want to put it in B, I'll play.
I think that's really good for what it is. Like,
it's giving a singular creature Vigilance.
Vigilance can be really good.
Supply drop.
Well, I like this card.
D.
Actually. I think
you have to have it. You have to have an attachment deck to do that.
I play very attachment heavy deck, so I like.
Yes, you can play an attachment with Flash with this, and for 1 less mana.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Flash.
Card.
C.
Yeah.
C. It does what it's supposed to do. Monster House. This card is
really good in Horde mode.
Really good in Horde mode. Someday we'll have to my channel can come back when I upload a video where I do Horde mode solo with all of the curses.
Oh my god.
Honestly, it seems very
not good for comp.
No.
D or F.
It can protect against board wipes though.
And you can tap it at any time too.
Yeah, you can tap it in response to protect a creature from a board wipe. So if you have something really
And it's a pretty decent blocker. It makes back its mana cost.
But if you have one really important creature that you're trying to protect from board wipes, why not just use Virginity Shield?
Yeah.
Or just nerd emoji.
D. Where did you put nuh-uh? Oh,
it's a C tier. Nerd emoji is just a better version. You just C. I'd put it in C because it does what it's supposed to pretty well, though.
Virginity Shield's just better than it, though.
I think so.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see. It can One Punch Man.
Okay, I really like it.
I like it,
but
I would never use this.
You can use stuff that's like summon and any creature to just.
Yeah, but it's just kind of like.
What?
It can be.
It's not. You wouldn't include them in your deck.
Okay, because you think about it, the game has to go to turn 15, or
not necessarily.
Or you use Make-A-Wish.
Cheat him. No, you don't use Make-A-Wish because Make-A-Wish.
Oh no, you don't. No, not anymore.
Yeah, no, not anymore. He's just legal now. So then you give him trample and you win. Is nice on one hand. But you have to get to him.
You have to get to
enough trample.
I wouldn't use him. I would never put him in
crack. If you enough self-harm and crack.
Yeah.
It's just like, I guess.
That's entirely true, but you have to have a lot of self-harm crack.
It's like you're making an entire deck for just him.
Yeah, you are building around him.
And then
I guess that makes it more of a D tier, I guess.
It's a D tier.
Doesn't even have hexproof.
Doesn't even have hexproof. Hank is at
least this is really good, right? This is a really good card.
The decks that you have to build around him, and they're like you have to have him in your starting hand, otherwise your deck will probably do bad if you're building around him.
C.
Yeah, but
in the situation,
no, he's easily higher than C. Okay. The combo is really strong.
The combo is strong enough that it's worth it because you can just like every time he dies, you make sure he doesn't, and then.
Panther. I actually think this card's okay.
Like it's 5/5.
It's the only vehicle in the game currently.
Yeah.
Vehicle. I mean, it functions like one.
Vehicle is not our type.
Honestly, it's not bad if you put this.
I know it's not a type, but it acts as.
If you have two bad creatures, like two just random shitty creatures, it's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, 2 costs for 5/5.
You play this
that.
on turn 2, and then turn 3 you play Rat King, and then you turn 4 you tap your 2 rats to get.
But then in the next turn you could have just gotten an equivalent 5/5.
Yeah, but then on turn 5 you're still spending 5 mana on something else that
you spent. The point is you spent it earlier.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think
C tier or B tier?
I think it's B tier.
I think it's a B tier. Yeah.
I think it creates its value. I'd love to build around it more. Painter, he's bad. Gandalf outscales him right now.
He's worse. Yeah, he's just a worse Gandalf.
He's D tier. Gandalf.
Yeah. Gandalf isn't exactly my favorite either. I mean,
Gandalf's really
we'll get to it.
Creature has taunt. This creature must be blocked if able. I
don't know.
I don't know.
C. Not even.
C. Because you're running this in decks where you want your creature to not get blocked. So like a Bola-Chan poison decks, I guess.
Death Touch.
Oh yeah, Death Touch. You combine this with Death Touch, and they have to block your Lego Rat. But you need your Lego Rat to not die then.
For 3 mana, no, just stone.
Yeah.
Just stone. That's it.
What if you combine this with like Menace and Death Touch?
That could be better. But what gives Menace? I don't think anything gives Menace.
Yeah, something's.
There's only one creature I can think of with Menace.
Well, does anything give Death Touch?
No.
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 Disassociation gives Death Touch.
I guess it can, yeah.
You run this in your disassociation deck to make sure your mega creature gets a kill every turn. Snopey. Fairly good blocker.
Yeah.
I think it's C. It does its job. You are defending. Yeah. Also, it can't be trampled past. Actually, B tier. It can't be trampled.
Oh yeah, wait, yeah, shit, it can't be trampled.
And then whatever it hits it, even if it's, I should run that in more decks. Eric Cartman.
Yeah, that's actually.
It's a taunt, but like, why would you use that
on a creature instead of? Because then you run this in a deck where you want something else to hit the player with poison.
Yeah, no, this is. It's not B though. I would put Messi.
Okay. This is good.
Great Chinese Firewall 4 gives all your creatures
not
Ender means they can't be trampled past still. That's the just gonna.
Oh wait, that does make that a lot better.
Yeah, this is like B.
It's only till next turn.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, but you're pretty much guaranteed to get the block off.
Yeah, vaccine.
Poison's just still more powerful.
And just because it doesn't remove enough poison.
Well, 2 counters is enough. You have
2 counters is
3 mana and then you can get a bunch of health.
2 counters, but most people are going to be running Ebola-Chan, which does 3, so it's still a guarantee.
Yeah,
No, it's reduced all poison counters by 2.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then you get 6 health, so C because it's just good against poison deck, and poison decks are good right now.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I don't like cards that are like specifically counterplay to another type of deck because running those makes your.
But poison is just really good.
Yeah.
Sandstorm S tier for sand.
Is it S?
No. I think it's funny. I think it's B.
I mean, it's very strong.
Because you just stop your opponent from drawing, and then you can run. Why did I even run it with the other deck? I run this with the worm. I run the disc. I run.
Yeah, no, you're in that with.
And then I get to draw cards, and they don't. Okay,
honestly, I think it's a B tier.
It's a B tier.
Yeah, because that's a pretty strong ability.
Raccoon.
C.
D. The only time I would run this card is in horde mode, because like you should have enough copies of a card that you don't need to keep adding it back to your deck. Honestly,
can you promote me?
Yeah, I'm perfectly willing to say this is F tier, but if you guys want it in D, I'll take it.
Oh, I want to make a deck around this. I just have no clue how, because he's 9 mana.
You have to ramp up to him really hard, and then.
I really do want to make a deck around it because I really like the gimmick, though. Because he just keeps nuking the
host in order to put cards down, or to make custom cards. You should just have had them like. What are you trying to custom card down?
I just wanted to put my card together.
Do that after the tier list.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he good? Is he not good?
I mean, I think the ability's really strong, and he's a 7/7 with flying.
Yeah.
Like,
if you design it around,
I just like have I just don't know.
It's really good.
I just have no clue how to like build it yet.
Yeah, I think he probably.
I think it could be really strong.
I think you give him B tier until we.
I think you do this. I think what you do is you do pipe bombs and also flying creatures, and that's the deck.
And then you stall. You have to stall into him. You're playing a bunch of stall stuff to slow your opponent.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's C because I think it could be strong.
You're getting 3/3/3s with double strike, and one of them has trample. For 10.
He's just, 10 mana.
Yeah, it's really expensive, but like.
But it is worth. I actually think that's worth the cost.
I think it's C. It's C. It is worth what you are getting, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solare. Anti-freeze.
No. I mean, freeze is pretty solid, but no. I'd put him at.
It's very specifically against freeze, and you can get better 3/3s for what that costs.
Okay, the thing is it's not anti-freeze. It is freeze is a very universal mechanic. You are playing this card to make it so that freeze is affecting your opponent and not you. He should be C tier. Because you then are able to attack out during a blizzard when your opponent can't.
Yeah.
I guess, but it's like that's the only deck it's good against.
Or good in. Yeah, give him in D tier, it's okay. I'd understand. Nuclear waste, poison deck opinion.
Okay, so I like it. It's just like I don't see myself using it because it's 5 mana.
Yeah, no, D.
Well, it's the same cost as taunt.
I would just use taunt. Yeah.
D.
No, it's still okay. It's still pretty good. It's like C. It does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, C. Yeah,
I think it's C.
I think it's a bit expensive for what it does, though.
Yeah, that's completely fair. Frosty the Snowman, Frosty the Coast.
That was a pretty fun combo you pulled the other day, but...
Oh yeah, the Halo Frosty where he becomes a 20/20 and just like beats everyone to death.
Is C?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a C. He's really nice in a Frost deck, but because he's a 1/1, it's so hard to use him because he has to become frozen. Once Vanilla Ice gets buffed to be 1,
yeah, he'll be a lot better.
Then he'll be a lot better because then you can get him up to a 3/3 solar.
Sword Power. This is the worst one. No, it's the second worst one.
You saying the Fog one's the worst one?
This the worst one. Let's just do all these at once.
Yeah.
The best one is obviously Stardust.
Yeah, Stardust can go up to A tier.
The second best one is Nebula.
Nebula can go
A
up to
tier.
B. I mean, actually, no. You can like play counter spells on your opponent's turns and like.
Yeah, no, it's A tier.
You can play a Pot of Greed on your opponent's turn. I should.
Vortex is the worst one, and I actually think is D tier.
And then.
But it also summons the Moonlord.
It's still bad.
Yeah, I feel like it's like,
I really don't think Vortex is good at all.
Later, it's a 10 cost, 8/8 menace. Or
Reach Vigilance multi-block. It's
and once per turn he does.
I mean, he's worth the cost. He's definitely worth the cost.
Yeah.
And he gets Shadow Wizards without tapping.
Yeah, that's C. Still, because he's 10 mana, but he's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Redacted. This is a very good card.
Yeah, B tier.
This is a fuck you card, so.
Yeah, this is an anti-fun card that stops you opponent. Gandalf is A tier. No objectives. Inuko is the best one drop because she lets you play a 5 mana card on
turn 2.
Schizophrenia is also just bad.
But Schizophrenia is
5 mana. No, you got to think about the mana value, Nith. You're getting 5.
It's definitely worth it. I mean,
it's playing Schizophrenia.
Yeah, that's the only issue here.
C at best. I'm not gonna. It's not going in any of these three. It's C at best.
Obviously. It's like C or D.
Yeah, I think it's a C because like
once there's more cards,
it's really good for its value. It's just like Schizophrenia.
It's just,
he did get nerfed, but
he got nerfed. I think he's still
pretty solid. Yeah,
because he comes back. He's so much card value. And
Mechanism can be spin down into Moonlord, which is funny.
Yeah.
This is pretty solid, but why not just use a board wipe?
Because it doesn't hit your stuff. You're doing it to clear.
And it can actually, yeah, that's like a B. That's B.
6 mana.
6.
I think that's actually worse. That's 7 damage is a lot.
Okay, compare that to 6 mana to kill 2 creatures.
I don't know.
You have 3 mana from the tragedy. Okay, come over here. Compare.
Okay.
6 mana, you can get destroy 2 creatures or 7 damage split among 3.
I think that's better. That's better than the tragedy.
Yeah, because I guess this can kill. Like you can kill 2 sunflowers and a 5 health. I think it goes C tier. It does what it's supposed to do. Boy kisser, that's you. That's you right now. You watching the video. This is you. You're a boy kisser. You like kissing boys.
I think it's I actually think that's okay. That's a okay attachment. The only issue is it's a tap ability, but it does what it's supposed to.
You do that on Heal Slut, because Heal Slut she passively generates value, and then you just add more to that.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It does
B tier.
I think it's B tier. B
tier.
Because you put it on another creature, and it's like Baby Rage. This card is literally me. When my opponent.
I mean, it's funny, and it stops your opponent from doing counter spells. It's just not enough people do counter spell.
Yeah.
It's a 0 cost.
And it's a 0 cost.
Not enough people just use...
It's not even a creature. It's a spell. You can play it anytime.
No.
It has unaware.
Oh.
I mean, it stops your opponent from responding.
C tier at best. It's a 0 cost of C tier.
I think C. It does what it's supposed to do, but it's not.
It's also.
I don't know. I think it's C.
Yeah.
Flood. This is like pizza time, but for people who are like have commitment issues. So for each player's turn, they must play 3 mana or take 4 damage.
C tier probably.
You get to do. Okay, how this ends up working though is it's actually pretty good because it's at the start of each player's turn. So you play this on your turn, and on your opponent's next turn, they get hit. You get hit. They get hit. The effect ends. So they get hit.
They will overall take more.
I think this is like a B tier because it hits them for 8 or 6 mana, and you have to pay 4. I mean, sure, you have to pay more mana in total.
You could put that in burn. I'd say
you can put that in burn, and then they have to either stop playing the game for the next 2 turns.
Yeah, I'd say that's a B tier.
Balls across your jaw.
The Dragon Balls. I mean, okay.
Kind of an alternate win edition, I think it's like C tier.
You have to be building around it.
You have to be building around it, and then also with your hand size, like once you're at the 6th one, you have to be able to like one card playing the game
somehow draw, yeah,
to it.
C tier.
C or D.
And you can't even Skinner that because you discard. So
yeah, piss. Why isn't it red? Why isn't that's an accurate color? Play the spell for free.
Shuffle it? Okay, that's just really luck dependent, but
you play this in your burn deck and you don't get any value out of it because what burn spell are you playing that costs more than 4? Divine Smite is 4.
Yeah.
Damn, that's so sad.
You could have like a deck that has exactly one. Wait a minute. Hold on. What's any really, really powerful spell?
Ken. You put Ken in your deck, and then you mill Ken somehow by discarding him or whatever, and then you play Piss Potion, and you play Ken without... I feel like this has combo potential and has to be tried.
This is potential, but right now it's not.
But also, okay.
Could you congratulations that?
No. Oh.
Because it is free and it says as an additional cost.
I mean, you could,
so
but
you could interpret you can interpret this free as being this cost as being part of the cost of the card, and so this makes it free.
Additional cost usually isn't included in actual cost. Like for free usually means no mana cost. But yeah, basically you play a lot of expensive spells like Ken. Is there any other expensive spell you play for this?
The One Piece.
No, the spell. You need spells. One Piece isn't a spell.
Creature.
Yeah. Magic.
Domination.
No, but in the early game, Domination doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
You need spells that like give you value. And then you play it later, but you need there only to be one spell in the discard pile. And you can't burn the discard pile yet.
Yeah, it's just too hard to set up right now.
It's a D tier.
C.
Okay, environmental activism, you could do something.
D tier.
I guess.
D.
It's D. You might be able to Boy Kiss.
C?
Pretty decent. I mean, you have to be playing around it though.
You have to buff it.
Good Voltron.
You could like pair something with Boy Kisser with that.
Yeah, Heal Slut, Boy Kisser, Computer Science Major is like a combo for sure.
Put at B.
I put him at B.
Broly.
Hey yo, it's the thing that gets you banned from the Project Moon Community Hub.
Why?
Huh.
It technically it violates their.
Steve, you are very quiet right now.
Oh fuck, that better?
Got moved.
Yeah. There we go.
Anyways.
What does he do? He's a
6/10, 9 cost with trample.
And then on the turn he's actually swinging, he's a 7/8 with trample. Next turn he's an 8/6.
No, D tier.
A 9.
C or D?
4. And then a 10/2.
Yeah, but that requires you to have 9 mana and then also have like a significant amount of turns after that.
Yeah, that's kind of the only. That's the problem I'm seeing.
D.
Yeah, he got nerfed after release, and that was probably a mistake. But
Reaper. Death Touch Menace. Oh wait, this is the card we were just talking about creating earlier.
Yeah, and that's here. You put Taunt on this, and then it kills 2 things, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it either kills 2 things or hits them for 5, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
C tier.
It's just 6 mana. Yeah, it's B.
I think it does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, B or C.
C, I'd say. I think.
Yeah.
Actually, no, B tier. Venice with Death Touch is pretty good.
Now Fumi Iwatani.
He's worse than Boy Kisser. I'd rather 2 strength versus Hexproof.
Decent blocker.
C or D.
I mean, okay, he can block pretty well, and then
3 cost for 0/4 is
2 health and hexproof. That's a tap ability though. So that's Virginity Shield. That's Virginity as a blocker and a sheet.
And only till end of turn.
Yeah, that's...
Well, that's still Virginity Shield.
Start at the next turn.
But...
I think it's, like... Honestly,
that's actually solid. That might be... I think that's better than Virginity Shield, honestly.
No, because Virginity Shield's permanent.
Yeah, but...
He dies to spells, though, because he can't also have hexproof. So, they remove him, he gets...
Honestly, I don't think he's that useful compared to Virginity Shield, which is the same cost.
I think he's about...
Virginity Shield is the same cost and gives something hexproof permanently.
Yeah, but he also gives something 2 health.
Yeah.
Until end of next turn.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think it's B tier.
Yeah.
I think he's like, it's pick your poison for that or Virginity Shield.
Yeah.
Liquor. Liquor, I hardly know her.
Honestly,
how does Hunt and Menace work?
If something hunts another thing, you can still block it.
No.
Oh, so it's like you have to kill 2 things? Oh, I see what it is. So it attacks, and the other player has to sacrifice 2 things to block it.
If they want that thing that you're attacking.
Literally have to. They have to use 2 things.
If they want the thing that you're attacking with this to survive.
Yeah.
They have to have another 2 things block it.
Oh wait, there's a lot of weird interactions though, because like it has Hunt, but what if the only
you can't
how
block
does it
in front of Hunt?
Oh, then it's just Menace and Hunt.
Yeah. I don't know if that means it hunts 2 things, which I don't
think
how it works. I think
I think it's just Hunt and then also has Menace.
I think D tier. I think its keywords don't make it good. Unless it means it hunts 2 things. If it hunts 2 things...
I am so confused. I'm gonna put that in, like, the void, because I don't understand how that card works.
That's fair. I'd also
Joker, Taunt Menace.
2 creatures have to block it for 5.
No, 5.
Yeah, it's...
A 3/2 for 5 is just not going to be worth it. No.
And he's only a 3/2, so, like, he'll probably die.
Yeah, he's not worth it.
No. D.
Needs buffing. Reality Warper phase. You get a free balloon on your turn.
Oh, we can't do the infinite card draw anymore.
Kinda mid. It gives your balloons hexproof.
Balloons are pretty bad.
Yeah. It's the balloon. It's more balloon combos, so it goes...
Yeah, it's just more balloons, so it's just... Yeah.
It's a batter. Batter is good.
I actually think this card is pretty decent. This one,
B or A?
like, I use B, but... Because the other creature is really strong.
Yeah, because you can play it... I think he's really good, because you can play him in the early game, and he's a 4/4 for 4. And then you can play him in the late game, and he's a 9/9 that just kills things.
A.
I think he's A tier. He's like...
He's good. He's already like decent as a 4/4 that can bounce things, and then on top of that, he can become the batter.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What do we have next? This is okay. You have to build around it, but I think it's a pretty solid card.
Yeah.
No, it's way too hard to think.
Well, here's the thing, though. A lot of these good cards spin down into each other too.
Yeah, you use it to get the Moonlord combo. That's how you do it, and I think it's C tier. It does its job.
I think it's C because it does exactly what it does. It's just like there's some really fun things you can do with it.
And gimmicky, but next.
Okay.
Gain 20 mana. Yes, S tier. I don't care the consequences. Gain 20.
You have to win on that turn, though.
You do have to win on that turn.
Ultimate gamble.
No, I think it's a B tier at most because I found some uses for it.
You play it with Cool Rock. Cool Rock.
Yeah.
And then you like have 20 mana that you spend on whatever other value you want.
Well, probably Warhammer Army.
Yeah, probably Warhammer.
I think it's a B tier.
Or Saitama.
Yeah, I suppose you could also. Yeah, why Warhammer Army?
Oh shit, forgot about that. I guess you could.
We keep forgetting about his existence.
Just Saitama. Just use it against on Saitama.
Yeah, because then you get Saitama to. Because you don't even need all the mana. Yeah. Okay. I think it's B tier.
I think it's B.
When you were playing it, you were misplaying it because you just use it.
Yeah, I was. There was just not enough for me. Yeah.
Demogorgon.
Demogorgon.
It's upside down.
Stats right now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be upside down.
I hate that so much.
Yeah. The current stats right now is 7/7 for 7. Vigilance Hunt is way too powerful. Also,
B or A. B or A.
Right now it's A. It'll get nerfed down to what it should be soon.
This thing. Extra hand.
This card's funny. I like this card.
Yeah, it's funny. I like.
It's an enabler for me to be mean to people.
It's also interesting because it's just an ancient evil that plays differently.
It's also good because it's a reference to the hit game Blue Archival.
F tier. F tier.
No, that's a.
I have in my planner for BFB cards. I have a card simply called Blue Archive Player Detected.
I'm gonna put it in B. I think it's a decent card. I like its gimmick too.
You pay 5 to get a new hand of 7.
Dude, people being banned on the Project Moon Discord for people
it's so close to being something I want to use in my deck.
Yeah, Cancer is kind of it's just bad D tier.
It's just not good enough.
Poison. Why would you?
I mean, it's only 3.
Kill them with poison.
I mean, just for insult to injury, it's only 3 cost.
It's only a 3 cost, but you have to have already poisoned them. In which case, why not use your mana to like follow up?
If you were, I mean, there's some it's so close for me to just be like a great card.
There are better things than there are better things in it, but it's not terrible.
Okay, how much poison do you have to have for that to be worth it?
Honestly,
if they have 5,
probably only 3. I would say 3.
3 or 4
to make them mill 6 cards. I feel like that doesn't matter. Oh no, they milled 6, but like maybe those. It's not gonna deck them.
Yeah,
no, get rid of some of their very important stuff.
I wish if they milled, they could mill into pipe bombs, and that would be really fucking funny.
Yeah, because it's not burn.
You're getting poisoned and blown up at the same time.
If it was burn, it would be good.
It can't do that because it's mill. I don't know. I think it's F,
honestly.
Yeah. It's so close to being something I want to use. Infinite Void. We discussed a way to use it, but you have to build around it.
It's like weird and gimmicky. I think it's C tier. It does exactly what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halo. Halo is still overpowered. You put that on Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Astolfo.
Oh yeah, the first.
I had built around it, and the deck's pretty decent.
Even if you don't, it's still a 1/4.
He's just a slight. He's a slight. Well, the whole point is you gender bend it.
Yeah. B.
But I think he's even decent enough on his own.
Yeah.
Like first strike.
I think he's B
with a lot of
B tier.
Yeah, I think he's B.
Now we're into
way too gimmicky. So gimmicky.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this is like.
I think it's S tier because you can keep playing it as long as you draw back into it within 2 minutes. You can just keep doing that until your opponent decides they're done with your shit and quits.
I would like to put the pile mode cards a little bit separately at the end here.
Yeah.
I think is it S tier?
For 4 mana, if you draw that in your starting hand, you can make sure the game like.
Oh, pizza time. This is horrible for everyone.
Yeah, pizza time is like Flood but worse.
F. Spin mode.
What if you wanted to play with your opponent's deck?
D.
You're paying
F.
mana for your
No, F tier. That's
really.
Oh,
wait, it's F. Yeah, no, it's F because it's kind of just like.
No. Okay, if we think about
it, changes literally nothing, and it changes literally.
Well, F tier is like you literally never want to play it.
Okay, no, think about it. You run this in a deck, and then you make the deck just.
Well, you don't make the pile mode deck.
Okay,
though.
but what if we think about this outside of pile mode?
most 90% of games are 1v1, in which case this changes nothing.
Well, no, if this is in a deck building format, this card becomes insane because you make your deck just bad. You make your deck just so bad. But with that in it, you mull until it's in your starting hand. Play it, steal your opponent's death, and beat them to death with their own deck while they can't even play the game. Because the only thing you put in there is shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's D.
What the fuck? I hate you.
I don't. It's just kind of like yeah, but like it's so situational.
No. Okay. Let's play a game where this card is legal. Quick. One second.
No, we're not playing an entire game for this one. No, we're not. No.
Hey, maybe C. I guess C.
No, it's A tier. It's S tier. It's S tier.
No.
Not S tier.
Okay.
It's not S tier.
What happens when you get given a deck that has 4 copies of Delivery, 4 copies of Congratulations?
But you can't put that in a deck. That's the thing. You can only get it with Make-A-Wish.
No, I suppose. I'm thinking about it in that way.
Jester's easily S tier.
Jester is easy S tier. No, but at the end. Because it's a final card.
Emergency Meeting is also quite good.
What does it do again?
You just
White Flag is literally the worst card in the game.
No.
You just immediately it's just vote someone out. That's really what it does. You just vote someone out and they lose.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean that was the only way you guys could get rid of my Jester last pile mode, so a proposal.
Me and my wife think Proposal is S tier, but
I think it's pretty good. I think it's a S tier because you literally create an alliance.
Resurrection. Honestly, Resurrection paired with Resurrection with Proposal.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
okay, say this: the person you propose to dies from Emergency Meeting because it's not dealing damage to them or with directly harming them through spells, and then you resurrect them with Proposal.
I'm gonna save this board so that any people who are new to the game and look at it and just what cards are good, and then I can just show them this.
And then they put 4 pipe bombs in every single deck they make.
Yeah.
Our holds devoid.
I think this is a pretty good.
Okay, YouTube. That's the end of my YouTube video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the
Don't subscribe to this fucker.
Yeah, I hope
whatever you do.
The 2 hours and 47 minutes of content. Any new Bajookieland players? This is your guide. I won't be uploading for another 6 months because that's my court date's tomorrow, and
That's apparently your upload schedule.
You know, I'll put this in. Where should I put this?